I did give him medicine. He wasn't happy about it.
Medicine, gross.
You gotta, for chinchillas, you gotta get them used to people.
Yeah,
Ferrets
so
just
pick him up.
see people.
Others are like all fidgety.
Ferrets just see people as bigger ferrets.
The other chinchilla we have is named Houdini, and he's kind of an asshole, but he's also very good about taking his medicine. He escaped more than once, that's why he got the name.
That's pretty awesome.
We didn't lose him, which was the good thing.
Roger got out in the middle of the night last night,
Uh-oh.
or 2 nights ago, and I had to chase him around the living room in the dark because everyone else was sleeping. And the cats will wake up and cause chaos if I turn on the light. So that was fun.
So that happened.
Luckily, he didn't go far. Like, usually he darts and goes for the oven and tries to go under it. But he just went over to the TV.
He wanted to watch his shows.
Yeah, he was
You
like,
never let him.
My show is on.
He wants to watch The Witcher.
Valley of Tea.
Soup pals make eating fun. I'm literally doing my makeup like in the screen. Just in the camera.
Into the camera.
It's okay. It's alright.
You look prettier than me. It's fine.
You're very pretty. I'm biased, but you're the most pretty.
He's
I
not
do
wrong.
wish it were true.
But it is true.
Look at Strahd.
This choker is so hard to get set because the little clippy thing is itty bitty. It's like one of the super small ones.
That's fun.
These.
So I think we have everything ready. I'm just fixing something on D&D Beyond. How was everybody's week?
Good.
Yes.
Wait, was I supposed to prep for this game?
I mean, yeah.
I can't get it.
Look at the choker. I'm still at a good volume at this height, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
You're
good.
fine.
Shit, where am I? Over here.
Also, I would totally wear what the little gnome is wearing, and also what the elf is wearing, with pants instead of a skirt. Because I like these characters' outfits. They turned out really good.
Yes.
I did. I really like them.
There's good jumps.
Oh shoot!
Hmm?
I got eyeliner on my nose.
Oh.
GG. Are you live, by the way?
Yes.
Oh, hello everyone! You get to see me do my makeup.
Well, we're on the countdown screen.
Oh, never mind.
So we can hear you do your
I can
makeup.
hear you do your makeup, yes. But we are at about the time to return to the mist.
I almost forgot to pull up some of my notes.
You should probably pull up your notes.
Yep.
Oh shoot! It's not moving away.
Ah, cheese and crackers. Boop. Okay. So everybody got their cameras where they want them?
I think so.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna flip us over and... Whoosh! Here we are!
Hello.
Hello!
Hi.
We're live. It's Curse of Strahd time. Welcome, everyone, to what I've decided to call Curse of Strahd Into the Mist. It's episode 2, and we're all here. Lit. Yes. So everybody's had a good week? Yeah?
Yeah.
I've had a good week.
I worked today.
Yeah, apparently I've been doing really good at work to the point that, like, the manager had to, like, announce how well I'd been doing to everyone during one of the debriefings, and it's like, please don't.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was, I think I told Shae what happened one of the days, but it was like I was working down one of the lines, and basically it's the pre-check where it's, you know, spoiled children express lane, and we only have a metal detector down there, so naturally if you have surgical implant or metal in your body, you don't go through it. And we have people in their infinite wisdom who like to tell us that they can't go through the metal detector as they're walking through the metal detector. So to our infinite annoyance, we go, why didn't you say something before you walked through the metal detector so we could have gotten you to the place where you need to be? And they go, oh, I didn't think about it. Where should I have said it? Anywhere but here, you dingbat. And so then they have to get a full body pat down. And then they're upset because, why am I getting a full body pat down? I have pre-check. I should be able to just walk through. And you go, no, you stupid idiot. You have metal in your body and you're setting off a metal detector. But anyways,
Yeah,
so
win some days.
yeah. Well, that was last week. Last week I couldn't win because that was even while I was getting people exactly what they wanted, they were still being pissed off about it. But
they were.
It's like, of course they were. But this week it was.
You telling me they're getting mad at TSA?
Yeah, I know.
Never.
Exactly. Well, apparently, a few weeks, 2 weeks ago, certain TSA people decided to make us look bad as well, because of course they do, because people are awful. I'll segue back to my topic beforehand, but there was a report that went out, news expose, because of course it did, that a Native American woman had gone through the screening, and they had to pat down around the hair area because she had braids, and so the female security officer, in her infinite wisdom, told her she was going to pat down her hair, and instead of actually doing that, she grabbed her hair like stirrups and went, "Hyah!" and whip-cracked her hair. And it's like, why you do this? In the words of my manager, why do you make everybody else's lives so much harder being stupid? But needless to say, that person doesn't have a job anymore. But yes, so
Okay, I have a question about the story. How old was the person that?
No idea. They were
Okay.
not at Sky Harbor, thankfully. So I do not
Oh
know
my
who the
god,
person
that's
is.
so bad.
They were somewhere out east or northeast, but yeah, they don't have a job anymore. But
Like, are they just like?
they're just dumb.
Stupid or
They're just dumb. You just, like, racist people are just dumb.
Oh no!
They- But yeah,
But,
so
okay, so like I understand it was bad, and like you shouldn't do that to anybody. What? Why? Yeah. Why?
I couldn't
Why?
tell you. Couldn't tell you what possessed them to think that it was appropriate at all to play with somebody else's hair, a complete stranger.
while
that
you're
did-
on the job.
Yeah, while you're on the job, and did not consent to being touched in that manner.
That seems more like sheer stupidity than racism.
I think it was stupid.
Yeah.
It was stupidity, but you know,
Stupidity can be racist.
Yeah, it escalated into a civil suit.
No.
So, but back to my particular story. So, get called over to help one particular individual who has gone through this and is going over the why do I have to, go through all of this because I have pre-check. And whenever we hear why do I have to do X, I have pre-check, our response is pre-check doesn't mean you get to circumvent the security screenings. It just means you don't have to do certain things. Everything else still applies. Step this way, please. So, I had to take him down, give him the full pat down. He's mad. He's venting about how mad he is about everything as I'm trying to explain it to him. And, the common response is, yes, okay, I've heard it before, hurry up. I have to tell you, regardless of if you heard it once or 1,000 times, it's not for you, it's for the cameras. Because if anything happens, the cameras need to see that I am explaining this to you regardless of if you've heard it. This is dumb. Why can't we just get blah, blah, blah? And it's like, be fit, let me just do it. Alright, start doing the pat down. Oh, I need you to take your belt off. He grabs his belt, rips it off his waist, goes, this is bullshit, and chucks his belt. And thankfully I had stepped off to the side where it would have been in my trajectory, but I watched the belt go sailing and crash into the rollers where all the luggage and stuff comes out. And I looked to him, I looked to where he chucked it, I grabbed my radio, and I just go, I'm gonna need a supervisor, please. And he like, you see the fear of God pop in his face all of a sudden. He's like, what? I was like, I'm just calling a supervisor. He's like, why? I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad about the situation. I'm like, I know. Don't worry. And he's like,
don't worry. Worst thing you could hear.
Yeah.
That immediately sparks worry.
Yep. Because I I just go, I need the supervisor, and then I take a step to the side, and when I do that, I see that the manager is basically, she'll go out onto the supervisor desk that basically overlooks the whole area, and she's sitting there watching the cameras, and I guess she said she had already sensed that there was something weird going on, so she had been watching. And so I make eyes with her as I'm calling for the supervisor, and she taps the supervisor, supervisor, and sends him down. And he comes up and he's like, what's going on? I go, oh, well, I had to give this guy a pat down because of the alarms. He's got metal in his body, and he's not happy about having to go through all of this. And basically, in his venting of frustrations, he chucked the belt, and so I've stepped aside. And so I called you, so you can hear him out. And he looks at the guy, and he's like, what seems to be the problem, sir? And so the guy just starts, going off on him. And it's like, you got this? It's like, okay, I'm gonna finish what I'm doing while he tirades at you. And, he basically takes over and lets him just, get all of his frustrations out. But, afterwards, my manager is just like, I saw what you did, and if it was me, I would have been upset. And I was like, you told me I can't get upset at people anymore. It's like, you said I had to be
anymore? Wait, anymore?
Oh, I've gotten in trouble because apparently there have been complaints about my tone. I have a problem about my tone sounding a certain way, even if I don't intend for it to be that way. It's something
I can attest to that. That's true.
Yes, Shae can tell you. And basically, it sounds like I'm angry or sarcastic or short with people when I don't intend to be, because this is just the way my voice sounds. And when you're in a position when you're in a position where you're supposed to be projecting authority, it sounds even worse. It's very much, a drill sergeant-y barking kind of. And there have just been people who have issued complaints, and complaints are normal, but apparently I had a couple come through all at once, and so basically I got my butt reamed pretty hard.
I'm gonna say hi again.
Roger. But I got chewed out basically 2 or 3 months ago, and they were like, nothing's gonna happen. You're just on notice that these people complained. And so it was, and I told her, I was like, it's like, I don't intend to be that way. And because she was like, I don't understand why you have these complaints. You're a very nice person and a hard worker, but it's like you have multiple of these, so there seems to be something wrong. And I just explained to her, and I was like, this is just something I've dealt with my whole life, and you brought it to my attention. I'm telling you that, you know, I'm going to be aware of it, and I'll try and fix it and make sure it doesn't happen. And so basically, you know, the other day she was just like, I've seen that you've been working really hard at it and trying to do better. And, you know, basically when I saw that happen and I saw how you reacted, you know, I'm just very proud of you that you did it. And I was like, thank you, because, you know, last week was hard. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, there were lots of problems last week where I also had to just, you know, keep my cool and not chew people out and call the supervisors. Like, basically, it is just, do not, she's just said, it's like, if this stuff happens, do not say anything. Just take a step to the side, take a deep breath, and call the supervisor. Pass everything to the people who can actually deal with those problems without having to worry about stuff coming down. Because basically, supervisors can tell people, it's like, yeah, you're not flying today. It's like, you need to leave. But, you know, they're like, you know, regular officers, it's like, you got a CYA. And so pass it off to people who are able to deal with it without fear of repercussion. And it's not to say that, you know, the supervisors are going to abuse any power, but it's like, if you have belligerent customer or passengers, they're the ones who can do something about it. And, you know, they do a good job of it. And I've had, you know, last week it was, you know, one guy didn't want to take off his belt, and basically it was just like, why are you not trying to, you know, take out the articles of clothing you're supposed to remove? Are you trying to hide something there? And he's like, you're not going to touch me, this, that. Supervisor, what's the problem? He's acting suspicious. He's being very agitated. He was yelling at the other TSO when I asked him to remove his belt, and then I was gonna, you know, screen him and feel around the area before he goes. He tried to basically make a guy tried to just basically barrel past me at one point, and I've gotten into the habit of, when they try and go past you, I just put my arm out and they clothesline themselves, and it's like,
You clotheslined him?
No, I don't clothesline people. I put my arm up to obstruct them, and when they make contact with my arm, I just push it forward and I go, hold on. I do not strike anybody. They collide with my body, and so I bring them back to where they need to be. There's
the repercussions of that are their fault.
Yeah, there is a very clear difference that is visible on the cameras. But yeah, she basically was just like, yeah, and he does such a good job, and he did everything he was supposed to be, and, you know, I just want to give him props. And I was like, please don't embarrass me in front of everybody. But apparently she was like, when I watched him, you know, he just took a step back and he did one of these, need a supervisor, please, and just wore the biggest smile on his face. And I was like, yeah, that's the shit-eating grin. It's like, and so now the running joke with my friend officers is, they're just like, you're going to have to comply, please. It's like just the little head tilt. And I was like, yep, we're just going to do the creepy head tilt now whenever we have to deal with people. Like, you're going to have to take off that jacket, please. Probably doesn't look as scary with the mask on.
Is my mic coming?
You have to do it.
Yeah.
You have to do it like slowly.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Over the course of several seconds.
And that's basically what the joke is. It's like you just you know, hands in your lap, and you're just, I'm gonna need you to calm down, sir, please. You know, the Judy from Avatar, just the very monotone smile, and it's like, you're gonna have to do what we ask, please, or else.
Okay, we're 15 minutes in.
Yeah, we should get rolling here. I could talk about this all day, but I think people are here to watch Curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real fast, I had a stare down with a customer today. But other than that, we're good. Basically, she was like, are you sure that's the policy? And I was just like, she was just like, okay. I was like, yes.
Yes, it is. In fact, it is the policy.
I am the manager.
I'm not the manager, but I was acting like it today.
Thank you, Karen. That is the policy.
There's so many Karens at Michael's, but yes, let's move on.
Yeah. So, Art, take it away.
So, last time on Curse of Strahd, the party was at a tavern after a fairly normal adventure. They were getting drinks, chatting quietly, when a man of Romani origins walked through the door, handed them a letter, and asked the party for help from his master. Then he went to the bar, paid for drinks for the rest of the night, and then walked out. Told them to take the west road at first light. The letter said that was pleading with the party to help Irina Koliana as she has befallen an illness, and that many rewards would be foisted upon them once the job was complete. The next morning, everyone set out. After a 5-hour trek through the old Sphalic woods, they came to a set of gates that had 2 statue guards missing their heads. The gate opened upon their arrival, and once they stepped through, it closed behind them. As they continued on, Mosaic caught the scent of death on the air, and Mybi, casting Detect Magic, discovered a small item out about 30 feet from the road. Aldrugos went to investigate and found the corpse of a young man in peasant clothing. It looked like he had various claw marks and wolf bites. Aldrugos paid the ferryman, grabbed a scroll of comprehend languages, and a note written very similarly to the one that they had received from Kolyan and Zarovich, that claimed that his daughter Irina Koliana had been attacked by a vampire and pleaded with whoever found this note to stay away. Bring holy men about this place, guard it in symbols of good, and wait for everyone that was there to die. Wolves began to howl, and the party left the Sphalic woods and came upon the small village of Barovia, where they could only hear a desperate sob that filled the streets. They met an old woman named Mary, who had lost her daughter Gertruda. She clutched an old ragged doll that had a tag that said, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky." The group managed to find their way to the burgomaster's mansion, where they met Irina Koliana, who told them that she had been attacked by Strahd, the devil, and requested that they go find her brother Ismark at the Blood of the Vine Tavern. And that is where we pick it up.
Somebody's got music in the background.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me know if you can hear that.
It's just the Blood and Vine Tavern.
Yeah, no, they're watching the Grammys, and my wall is the same wall as the TV.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's a little
drink
noticeable now.
Vine.
So I can mute myself when I'm not talking.
So you have left the burgomaster's mansion,
Yes.
and you're heading back towards the town center.
No, I thought we were heading towards the tavern to go to the Blood and Wine Tavern. Like straight there.
Blood on the Vine.
Okay, so to the town center.
Yes.
I've been playing Witcher.
We're heading to the tavernings.
With the information and obvious signs of attacks at night, even though it's not night, I do want to like look around and just keep an eye out for
Roll a perception check.
bloop. 8. Solid 8.
As you look around, the fog seems to kind of coalesce and draw nearer to you. You can't see anything out into it.
I don't think this fog is natural.
It's quite thick, though. I don't think we should venture out in even the wolves.
What'd the forecast say?
I'm no druid, otherwise I'd be able to tell.
Rowdy with a chance of vampire.
Mm-hmm. Good one.
Question. We are going to the tavern, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me check my sheet here. Some asshole still has music playing in the background. I'm really sorry about that. No, not this one. Like that. So we're looking for the brother. What's this about a magic item? What? I'm confused.
I'm sorry?
Nothing about a magic item.
I don't
Just
know why
find
I
the
heard-
brother.
We
Okay.
did acquire a scroll,
We did.
possibly magical. I could take a look at it.
Maybe he has it.
I do!
Oh.
I'll take the scroll
I do
out.
not have.
Isn't it the
identifier.
language one?
Yes, comprehend languages.
Do you know what that is, Mybi?
Yeah, you can
Comprehend language.
comprehend people's languages. Well, so...
Oh no, I was asking if you knew what the scroll was, because I in character do not know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's how... Yeah.
Okay.
You comprehend languages.
Indeed.
Yeah. I found... It was on that dead dude.
Right.
It was on the menu past, yes, but we don't really have need for it right now. We can put it in a pack. I think saving it until we need it, because what do we need it for right now?
I don't know, someone mentioned it, so I took it out.
Ah, that's probably the magic
My
item
little
that I
scroll.
thought we were talking about before.
We brought it up because you mentioned it.
Right. I'll put it...
Right.
I'll put it away.
Time is a bit wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
No, we get it.
The wide
It's okay.
flat circle. Yes.
I do have a scroll case or a map case if you want. Otherwise, you can hold on to it.
Perhaps we can discuss that after we find the brother.
Yeah, what's his name?
I imagine we're
Ishmark?
Eastmark, I believe.
Ishmark. Interesting.
How far we are? Like, I assume we're talking and walking at the same time. How far are we
Yes.
from the tavern?
You head down the cobbled streets of Barovia and into the town center. A single shaft of light comes in from into this main square, cutting through the heavy fog, and you can see above the gaping doorway a sign hangs that says Blood of the Vine Tavern. But looking
Wait, so-
closely, I'm sorry?
Oh, there's a hole in the sky? Is that what you said?
No.
No.
There's a doorway to the tavern.
Oh, when you said there was light okay. My visual was like somebody punched a hole in the sky through the clouds. And there was this beam of light in front of the door, like, no vampire shall enter here!
No.
Okay.
Well, not
No.
unless they're invited.
Yep.
Alright. Try again, Ark.
Sorry.
The sign proclaims this to be the Blood of the Vine Tavern, but looking at it, you can see an N has been scratched over the F.
Blood on the vine.
Is there any vines nearby?
That's disconcerting. Moz clenches his staff with
It's
both hands.
Perhaps it is a metaphor.
simply vandalism. I enter.
I'll follow behind.
Same.
I'll join them.
As you enter the tavern, there is a blazing warm fire. The tavern has seen better days as the wood finish is starting to come off in places. You can see seated at a center table 3 young women wearing bright colors. Behind the bar, there's a smaller, kind of pudgy man who is cleaning glasses. And in a kind of corner table, there sits a young, pale man with blonde hair.
I feel like
Does he
the
look like
mysterious
Irina?
man is our guy.
Well, this does make it easy to find him. I'll approach the one guy in the tavern.
There's 2 guys.
He's the one.
Yeah, but he's not a barkeeper.
For all we
should
know, he could be the
specify.
barkeeper.
She didn't say if he was working or not.
Stroll on over as well.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna keep an eye on the ladies who are I'm following the group to be close to. Kay, what are you doing?
I was looking at my teeth. I got distracted.
Yeah, I'm following the group, so I'm not by myself, but I'm keeping an eye on the ladies in the bright colors. I'm not going to talk to them, though.
Aldrugos?
I'll approach the tavern bar.
You
All
have
right.
something to drink?
I am. Place your orders before I reach them.
I'll have whatever you have.
Excellent. Good choice.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello.
The man looks up. Hello there. Welcome to Barovia.
Thank you. We've only just arrived. My name is Tanahalavi. I'm.
Who is he?
We were actually sent to ask for you.
Is this guy
you-
recognizable?
I'm sorry?
Have we seen this guy before?
No.
No.
Tana, we haven't even asked this man what his name is. So you
you,
wouldn't happen to be the brother of Irina, would you?
And Ismark.
Yes. I'm Ismark.
Oh, then we have the
You're-
right person. My apologies.
We were told to come get you so we can leave.
You've spoken to Irina?
Mhm.
Yes, she sent us.
It's a bit of a story. We've had a couple letters.
One fake, one not.
Yes,
Perhaps we can discuss it back at the keep.
that
We
was
were
my
sent
thought.
to collect you.
Yes. What is done should be done quickly. And he'll stand up. And I'm going to put a pause there and move over to Aldrugos at the bar.
Oh no.
Aldrugos, you approach the man. He is cleaning wine glasses. And he sets it down, looks up at you. A cup of wine, 1 copper piece. A pitcher of wine, 1 silver piece.
What kind of wine do you offer?
The man reaches down, pulls out a pitcher, and sets it on the bar. Without breaking eye contact. A cup of wine, 1 copper. A pitcher of wine, 1 silver.
I see we've reached the starting village in PC. Very well. I'll place the silver down. The pitcher of your wine, then.
He slides it closer to you, takes the silver, and then he picks up the glasses and starts cleaning once again.
I'll need 4 of those. He'll pause, look over. Better make it 5.
He sets down 5 glasses and then begins to clean the ones that remain.
Aldrugos will take up the tray, pitcher, and glasses. Look to the 3 ladies. If he had a hat, he'd tip his fedora, but he'll nod to them instead. Ladies.
The 3 women have been staring at the entire group as soon as you entered. They haven't said anything, they're just watching.
I'll bring the wine to the others.
Take a glass. Drink it.
You are Easemark, then?
Yes.
Aldrugos will reach out and put a hand on his shoulder. My condolences for your father. It breaks my heart to hear that your family suffers so.
Thank you. He was a good man, but I believe there are some more important matters.
Yes. Ones we don't need to discuss here, but I already paid for the wine, so we'll at least drink. For your father's memory.
He'll take the glass and raise it to yours.
I'll take a glass as well and do the same.
Same. Well, I already took mine, but same.
I'll raise mine. Look at Mosaic.
Sorry, I derped for a second.
We're drinking to the memory of his father.
Oh, yeah, this is from the wine that you bought?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
It's fermented grapes. You'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with alcohol. I just don't tend to drink very often.
Yes, they wouldn't tell me where the vintage is from.
How good is
All of a
the
sudden,
wine?
the glass lowers just slightly.
And do not expect much.
It's most likely from the Wizard of Wines. It's the only winery in
You have a-
Barovia.
You have a wizard that makes wine?
No, it's a name.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
A little magic in it.
Can I be sneaky and do detect poison and disease on this?
Absolutely.
Yeah, on our glasses as a just in case, because we don't know where this thing came from, and also it's the only place in town. Yeah, that's not suspicious.
Are the women drinking at all?
They do have wine glasses in front of them. And when I say wine glasses, it's not like modern day, they have the long neck. It's very simple glasses.
Mm-hmm.
You cast Detect Poison and Disease,
I can't
and
cast
there
it.
is... I'm sorry?
Never mind. Go ahead. Let's mark off my spell.
There isn't any poison within the prescribed distance.
Aside from alcohol.
Yeah,
All
but
the
that's a different
alcohol
kind of
lights
poison.
up.
Well, yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that. The one major drawback is this alcohol poison. Alcohol constitutes a poison. Fuck!
It's like, technically... yes, but
Okay,
in
that
fact,
was a
no.
bad. That was a bad idea.
Everything
Okay,
good?
But you don't detect
would-
any lethal concentrations. of
No.
Yeah. Okay. So I like nervous Nelly nod. Like it's cool. It's good to drink. It's fine. We're good. It's not like blood wine or anything like that.
No, it's blood on the vine.
I will. Drink the whole thing!
Yeah, I'll drink mine.
Same.
Sip,
All of you
sip, sip.
share a drink.
Well, shall we get moving then?
Yeah, seems about right.
We are, as they say, burning daylight.
Thank you for the wine, darling.
Of course.
Thanks.
Are you prepared to leave Eastmark?
Yes, we just need to go collect Irina. I think we should take her to Vallaki. It's farther from Ravenloft.
Would we happen to have to go through those gates? Because they closed and we cannot open them.
No. You can't leave Barovia.
Why?
I can
The
dig
mists.
a hole underneath the ground.
The mists won't allow you.
What is this mist?
Strahd's evil, invisible effect, I don't know. But anyone that's tried either comes back or is never seen.
But somebody came and got us.
What did they look like?
Very flamboyantly dressed.
Like the three women over there. Bright colors.
Romani sort of person.
That was the Vistani.
What's a Vistani?
They are able to leave this land.
What?
They're the only ones.
We become one.
Well, hold on. So this, so I pull out the note that the guy gave us.
Let's start walking first.
I assume that this was done on the way.
But
Yeah.
if Moz is pointing back to the ladies, but if they're also Vistani, then I'm confused. Is there some sort of problem that I'm not aware of? Why do they get to leave, but we don't?
We are not
Because
Vistani.
Strahd wants to keep you here.
Strahd, this
The devil.
Lord of Barovia, as
Is
it
he
were.
an actual devil, or is this a figurative sense?
He gives you a confused look.
Is he human, or is
No.
he a fiend?
There's nothing human left in him.
He was a human.
They said he's a vampire.
Yes, but anything can be a vampire. You seen a vampire dragon before? They're terrifying.
I just look at him very confused and very concerned.
Well, technically it's true.
Ismar gives him the same look.
Very unlikely, but true. A dragon's constitution is pretty thick.
Out of character question, what was the name of the little girl we were supposed to find?
Gertruda.
That's what I thought. I was like, Gertrude? Okay. You know anything about Gertruda?
No. I've never heard of her.
Never.
Mary's daughter?
Where are all the villagers?
She had The villagers are locked in their houses. We live in the shadow of Ravenloft.
You said,
There's not much time for merriment.
said she was taken by the devil.
If so, my condolences.
So we should expect that she is dead then.
Dead or at Ravenloft.
Well,
It's
And something possibly worse.
it sounds like this character is just simply an undead.
There's nothing simple about him.
The vampire is a powerful undead. It's not something so easily dealt with.
At this point, you are approaching the manor.
I glance over my shoulder and see if the ladies follow me. Not just
Roll
me specifically,
perception.
but the group.
I want to make sure there aren't any werewolves.
I will
I know it's at
join
night, but
in
just
a
in
perception, but mine's more like looking out towards, like, around corners and dark alleyways and stuff.
Big ol' 8 again. So your plan to deal with this vampire is to move farther away?
My plan is to get my sister to safety.
What is safe
Then I can
about
worry about-
Falaki?
I want to make sure she is out of his reach before I can do anything about Strahd.
You believe that this place is safe? Why?
Safer. I doubt anywhere is truly safe from him.
I see.
But you are clearly a capable fighter.
I am.
With you along, and I'm sure your friends have
Are equally
ways about them.
capable.
With your help, perhaps she will be safe.
Very well. There is wisdom in this. I believe we're all in agreement that we will help.
Yes. Do anything we can.
I do believe it's important to note that we were duped into coming to this place.
Yeah, one of the letters was fake.
It would seem that the Vistani lured us here with a counterfeit letter from your father.
I'm more worried about your sister having some sort of relations with this man because he claimed that she was his beloved.
Clearly, it's not mutual.
Consent is important.
Yes.
Also, that letter was fake.
Yes.
Quite. But
But
perhaps...
why are the Vistani working for Strahd? Why would someone call us here?
One man does not mean that the entire Vistani people are allied with Strahd. Perhaps he is merely a messenger. Ismark, you said he was keeping us here. Why?
I do not claim to know how the devil's mind works. And for the perception checks, none of you notice anything following you. But Aldrugos, you see off into the fog, a figure on top of a horse looking in your direction before it rides off silently.
Curious.
What?
We were being watched.
Of course we were.
What?
A rider.
Did he look like the Vistani from before?
Did you see any details?
Aldrugos poses this voice to the ominous voice of the sky. Did you look like a Vistani?
You couldn't see any detail.
I could not make out their details, merely a rider.
Should we follow?
I do not advise going into the mist, given what we've been told.
I mean, fair enough. Are we heading back to the keep?
I believe it's a banner.
Manor. Excuse me.
As you approach the manor, Ismark goes up and knocks. Irina, it's me. Open the door.
It does.
The door opens. These people have agreed to take you to safety. We should leave immediately.
Well, no time for rest then. What time of day is it?
At your best guess, somewhere between 2 and 4.
It's mid-afternoon.
We will not have daylight for long.
Are we planning on traveling through the night?
How far is this Valaki?
Miles. I
Do you
don't have an exact.
Do you happen to know about how long the journey is?
A few days by foot.
You wouldn't happen to have a horse or two, would you?
We did.
Did.
No longer.
Do you know anyone who has horses they might be willing to part with?
No.
Did you say that dude that was watching us was on a horse?
Yes. If we are moving on foot, we should not leave at this hour. Starting fresh in the morning will put more time between us and this devil Strahd. Yes, yes.
Sorry, they're watching the Grammys.
I speak the truth. Do not doubt me, voice in the mist. It's just Strahd kicks in the door. What? Thought I wouldn't
Where
find
you
you.
were going?
You thought you could give time between me and you?
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
Did they let us in?
Yes, you are in the manor.
All right. So
Irina raises a hand. If we are leaving, I'm not leaving until Father is buried.
We can
Yes.
spend the afternoon burying him and then get some rest and leave in the morning.
I concur.
yes, I can perform rites if you would like.
I can easily excavate.
We have a church in town. The priest can do the rites in the morning, Lord, there.
That
Oz
is
just looks a little confused. I'm a cleric.
I believe she mentions it because it is important to their faith.
Ah, I see.
Not that you are ill-suited to do it. Maybe you could help their priest.
Possibly. Is there any way that we could take your father's remains to the church now?
Eatspark nods. Yes, we should handle this as soon as we can.
Very well. I'll help you carry him, Ismark.
And he leads you off to a side room where the body of the burgomaster is.
You did say he was in a casket last
Yes.
time, right? Okay. So
It looks to be made out of the furniture that was inside.
Oh.
That's a shame.
Yes. Then
The lid is closed.
Okay.
I'll gesture for him to grab one side, and then I'll take the other.
Moss will look to Irina and ask, as politely as he can, if I might be so bold, what happened to him exactly?
His heart gave out 3 days ago.
I see.
The attacks were too much for him.
I see. I'm terribly sorry.
So am I.
Sieges are not easily endured. You are brave to have lasted this long, as was he.
Thank you.
Is there anything else we can do to make anything better?
They shake their head. we're leaving, so there's nothing that can improve the situation here.
Perhaps the piece of laying him to rest is all that is needed.
You're leaving the manor entirely?
Yes, we are abandoning the village.
For Vallaki.
After you reach Vallaki, what do you aim to do?
I'm not sure. I haven't visited Vallaki since I was a child. I don't know what's changed.
But it does sound like this is the best chance for her. Not Abjuration 1.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Let's get moving then.
You guys begin to walk through Barovia again. The Eastmark leads you through the town square and further north. You can see the dilapidated church standing. It's a sagging edifice of stone and wood. It's clear that this church has weathered assaults for possibly centuries on end. There's a bell tower towards the back, and a flickering light shines through the holes in the shingled roof. As you approach the church, the fog lifts, and you can see to the northeast an imposing castle.
Is that Ravenloft?
Yes.
I expected it to be bigger.
It's just a model.
It's a very silly place.
As you approach the doors, you can see that they are marked by claws and fire, as well as the Burgomaster's mansion.
Oh, are these the wolves that were giving you trouble before that you mentioned?
So they assault this place too.
Why? Isn't
They
this
are
their keep?
agents of Strahd.
Do vampires normally command wolves?
Depends on who you're reading. They did in Dracula.
This Dracula sounds imposing as well.
So is there any, like, pattern to how they're attacking? Like, do they only attack certain places? Places that he says? Or are they more like savage beasts that he just sends out into the world?
I
can't answer.
Awful savage.
What'd you say?
I said there's no doubt that they're awful savage.
Yeah. I guess rogue is more the word. Rampage? I don't know. And you can't say as in, like, you literally can, or you just don't know?
I don't know.
Well, should we head on in?
Yes.
After you. Oh, our first map.
Our first map. It's the map, it's the map, it's the map.
Oh.
Make sure you shift left click to move us over. Are there light sources?
I have a light. I should have a radius of 20 feet.
We also have dark vision.
Yes.
Also, these tokens are very big.
Well, you'll have to shrink them down, of course. I can't see.
I can't see.
That's why I was wondering about the light.
Doesn't look like the tokens got updated. Mosaic still has the purple outline.
They should not. No, you should be using the ones on that main page. Hang on, I'm rejoining as GM.
Peter!
Alright, where are our tokens? That's why we can't see. Did you not move our tokens out?
I moved them from the character sheet, but they came out wrong.
Oh, I can see.
Okay, there we go. So, let's shrink these down.
Let me... Yeah, there's a mites large. There you go. So, I don't know if the...
That's not how the illumination works.
The lantern on my...
Yeah, no, it's gotta be... Yep, it's gotta be changed for your visible light. So... You don't need to put your aura up. That doesn't illuminate anything on Roll20.
I was just doing it as a...
I know, it doesn't need to be up. 40... 20. All players see light. There you go. Now you have light.
And I said, let there be light.
Okay.
And he's kind of handsome.
Actually, very handsome. I like his picture.
He looks like he's seen some shit, but is bravely going to save his sister.
Mm-hmm.
He and Flynn are engaged.
They are.
Flynn?
Yep.
From Tangled?
No.
No.
Yes.
That was her old character from My Curse of Strahd.
Ah, I was going to say, they never get the nose right.
They never get the nose right.
If you will go talk to the priest, Irene and I will bring it over to the graveyard.
Very well. Call if anything comes.
Don't we need the body to take to the priest for consecration?
Not to speak to him first.
We have to speak to him first?
That is what Ismark asked us to do.
Okay. I can do that.
Just sort of tell them that they're in the graveyard.
I suppose that the Burgermeister has passed due to heart attack.
Would you like to... Are you asking if you want to inspect the body?
Who, me?
Yes.
No. I don't tend to work with dead bodies.
I'm gonna go for the door.
We'll follow.
Now, if this was tomorrow, I'd be able to do something about it, but not so much today. The stars not aligned, not today.
Interesting.
Are you entering the church?
Yes, I'm opening the door.
I'm not going in first.
Okay.
I'm opening the door.
Yes.
Means I'm going first.
Oh, okay.
Good if you're holding it for us.
Okay. I will light the I will be your light. Light the path. There's no light inside the oh no.
Okay, when the door's opened. The doors open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. There are 4 doors, 2 on each side. And you can see that the chapel is strewn with debris. and you can hear a soft voice reciting a prayer. Suddenly, that prayer is blotted out by an inhuman scream that rises from beneath the wooden floor.
Jesus.
Hello?
Right now, this is D&D. Eldith! Hello?
I run ahead.
Hello?
I'm going towards the scream, wherever it is.
It's beneath you.
Then I'm trying to find some stairs.
We see this guy here, right?
When I see Mybi try and break off from the group, I just grab her by the collar. No
Someone is
wandering.
screaming.
Yes,
I hear
we
him
can
too.
hear.
No wandering off alone.
All of us have ears.
We need to go help them.
Why don't we ask the priest?
Someone is screaming. That means they're in the process of being hurt, which means we don't have time to ask the priest.
I think we need to find out what's going on. Excuse me, sir. Sir?
The man in there is kneeling by a crumbled altar. Looking down at the floor, hands clasped in prayer.
Where did that scream come from?
Below you.
Is that how the guy responded?
No.
Oh, well, she was asking him.
I rest a hand on his shoulder.
He looks up. You can tell from looking at him that he has blotchy red eyes. His vestments have been soiled like he hasn't washed them in many days.
Woof.
Who are you?
Travelers that ended up stuck in Barovia. We came to ask the priest for help. What is that noise?
He is the priest.
The travelers?
Yes.
From below, you hear the voice cry out, "Father, I'm starving!"
Moz's eyes just like dart from the priest dude to the rest of the party, back to the priest dude. I'm terribly sorry.
What? Yes.
He's starving. Feed
He's
him.
starving.
Feed the DM.
Feed him.
Toss a coin to your DM and buy him a pizza.
Okay.
And buy him a pizza.
Oh.
I'm gonna walk past Aldrugos and go towards the priest guy.
No, I'm like looking back and forth from the priest to the party and like, what's going on?
Where are the stairs?
Explain.
I
Take another
My
step
son
forward.
was changed by the devil.
What?
I've locked him in the... I've locked him underneath. I don't know how to save him.
What do you mean changed?
Changed into what?
Vampire?
A vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've a couple ideas.
Aldrugos is gonna look at her like, you do?
Well, short of researching a subject, the first thought that comes to mind is kill the body and then resurrect him. I imagine the soul can't enter an undead.
Perhaps we should not suggest killing the man's child in front of him.
That's why I'm keeping it low next to you.
Excuse me one moment, Father.
And
Just
where
come back over here.
is the downstairs?
Can I like use my quarterstaff to like pull Mybi with me, and like, come along, small gnome. We're going this way.
I'm like sitting around while this guy down there is not okay.
Yeah, we'll take care of it. We just need to think of something first.
Irina's a vampire. Can't she do something?
Irina is not a vampire.
She is not, though. She's not.
I thought she was.
No,
No.
she's not.
No, she's human.
She was just attacked. We don't want to have her relive past traumas.
Merely bitten. You must be killed by a vampire.
Yes, sadly. So this boy was killed by the... What is the clippity-cloppity noise?
That is a dog drinking very
It is a
noisily.
dog drinking.
Oh,
Dog.
I was hearing the... dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
No, she
I'll
just...
learn that.
I
She-
found the horseman!
We found a
Found
horse.
him!
She's a very loud lapper.
all
Ah.
you want, baby.
You can
it's okay.
you can tell the zero fucks she has to give because she's still going.
It's okay. I'm like, somebody's doing a horse sound effect. Should we be reacting to this? What is going on? But yeah. So I look at the rest of the party. I can't bring anybody back from the dead yet. If that is something that you wish to do for the sake of this kid, that's something that we can put on the back burner, though I don't really want that to be an option, because that would mean, you have to kill somebody, and I don't.
A vampire doesn't typically have a soul attached to them, do they? Would I know that?
Roll Arcana.
It could be what she just thinks, though.
It could also be that.
Whether or not it's true. Oh shit! Okay.
Alright. A vampire soul is still attached to their vessel, but it becomes corrupted.
From what I understand from my research, a vampire soul is still connected to their vessel, but tainted, corrupted.
Yeah, that's.
You need to purge the vampirism from the body, i.e. destroy the body, and then resurrect them.
I
Restore the
can't-
body.
I can't bring anybody back, but if it was something lesser, emphasis on lesser, I could restore them to what they were before, but it sounds like this is set in.
A vampire is not alive.
Yeah, so yeah, but he's obviously sentient, so I can't abide by us killing him.
So are devils.
I don't abide by killing anything.
Not even a devil?
I'm a pacifist.
So let's say a devil is attacking a child.
So
Protect
you
the
save
child,
the child.
without killing the devil. And all else fails, he turns his back while I kill the devil.
I'll join in.
The thing is, like,
So, do you have an idea then on how to deal with this?
yeah, like I said, it would take a little while. Eldath has shown me visions of things that may be possible in the future, including bringing back the dead, hopefully. But
Is such a thing possible if they've already been inflicted with undeath?
you just see the biggest, I don't know, shrug.
The body is currently dead.
Can't you just resurrect
You
the
have an
already
alive
dead body?
vampire?
No. So, if we do not have a solution that can restore him to life, perhaps the best solution is to just give him the peace of death.
There's that, unless you think that a stake to the heart would immobilize it.
Mosaic, I understand your stance, but a vampire is an evil creature, even if it is sentient. Allowed to persist, it can do more harm to good people. It's far more evil to do nothing.
How do we know if this guy's evil, though?
I will
find out.
We don't know that this man is evil. We are under the impression that he is a priest of the...
No, the vampire. The boy downstairs.
I imagine he was a good person, but a victim of probably this Strahd again.
What he was in life is not reflective of what he has become.
Okay, but we haven't seen him yet. He could just be a vampire that's hungry who just wants to be normal.
And do you consent to giving him your blood?
But
It doesn't have to be my blood.
The low murmur of prayer starts up again.
You can't go volunteering somebody.
I wasn't going to. I was going to say, I don't know. If there's something here.
Aldrugos will...
Oh, we can find
It doesn't
something.
look like there's very much here.
Yeah.
Yes.
What can I gather from the priest with my insight?
From a 14, you can tell that he's clearly in distress. Possibly he hasn't been sleeping. And that has caused him to go a little mad in his head.
I'll approach the priest carefully. Father, if I may.
He stops praying, turns to face you. And you can see a flash of fear go through his eyes at the sight of you.
I hold my hands up. Fear not, I mean no harm. I am here on behalf of the Burgermeister, the late Burgermeister. His children have requested that we bring his body for last rites. Are you able to perform such for us? It was their
Leon is dead.
request. Sadly, he perished under the assault of this devil Strahd, protecting his children.
His heart gave out on him.
The man did what he could. I'll help with the last rites. I'll need help burying the body, of course.
Of course.
I can handle that easily.
He puts his hands on the altar and slowly shifts up from his kneeling position. Kind of staggers. Yes, the body.
They've headed to the graveyard already. If I may ask, the voice down below, are they calling to you as a priest, or is it something more?
My son, Doru. The wizard took him years ago.
The Wizard of Wine?
No. A traveler like yourself. He took young men and women from the town to face Strahd, and he failed.
Your son was among them.
Yes.
How long
You
has
want-
he been like this?
A year. Maybe more.
Trapped down there a year.
I can
What
see
you're doing isn't a mercy, it's torture.
I don't know what to do.
Is there a way? Sorry, go on.
No, go for it.
Is there a way to immobilize a vampire? Like if you staked them, do they go in torpor like in VTM? Probably not, but I figure I'd ask.
You don't know.
Father, if I would offer to put your son at rest. I understand that it is a burden no father should bear. We can ease that suffering.
Roll persuasion.
Apparently that's my good charisma skill. Let's see if it holds out.
Does he get assistance? Can I give us guidance? I have that. I use that.
I would love guidance.
I put a hand on his shoulder and cast guidance.
That's a D4?
It is a
Yes.
D4.
But also, we're all here with him as like support. Does that count?
Oh, thank God! I need that guidance.
That's perception.
That is perception. Okay, hold on. I thought I hit persuasion.
But does
Oh God.
does he get
It's even
advantage
worse.
though?
Oh God.
I will just take the first roll,
Okay.
honestly.
Yeah.
And you have advantage.
Okay, 19. Oh God. Oh, sorry. That's not a 19. It would be
17.
Thank you, 17. Because yeah, I got to adjust.
The priest looks at you with all the sadness and fear a father can. You truly believe that's for the best?
I believe so. Merely seeing how it has affected you, I can't imagine what he would be going through.
He hasn't
If-
eaten in over a year.
Your son did a brave thing, facing this Strahd alongside these other people. I imagine he was a very good person.
Brave to the end, no doubt.
Yes, yes. Please, if you would.
I
hate
will.
to put the burden on anyone else.
I requested to help you. It is no burden.
And he raises a shaky hand pointing back down the hall. The first door on the right when you came in.
I'll step forward and kind of like put a hand on the priest's shoulder. I'm sorry for your loss. It was a loss that you suffered a year ago. I understand you have to mourn. But try to hold out hope that he is no longer going to be suffering.
Yes, the
My
morning Lord give you all strength.
And you as well.
Is this the only...
might I ask that we Sorry?
Finish what you were saying.
Oh. Might I ask that we do this come tomorrow? I don't think I'll be of terribly much help if we're going to fight someone like that.
I suspect we should
Out
deal
of character,
with this.
I have 2 spell slots left. That's it.
I believe we should handle this as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Though I understand your reasoning.
If we come back tomorrow, Father, I do not mean to put this hope and burden on you and then to seem like we will back out. My companions need time to prepare.
I'm perfectly fine.
Perhaps we can acquire some holy water beforehand.
You're always very well put together, Tana. Unfortunately, some of us are not so well equipped. There's only so much spiritual power I can tap into.
As I said,
the
perhaps
priest
a holy water will help.
leans on the altar and reaches underneath it and brings out a small vial. Please, take it.
I'll take it, but I'm going to pass it to Tana. This boy got no dex. Although I think throwing can be on strength too, but it's fine.
Yeah, it can be strength.
I'll trust you to do it.
Okay. I think you can also coat your weapon in it too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That might be more useful,
Yes.
huh?
Probably.
I'll hold on to it then. That might be more useful. All right. We will deal with this in the
Sorry about
morning
that.
then. That's okay. We were talking about using holy water. We will be back in the morning and handle this. For now, we made a promise to the Burgermeister's children.
Yes, I shall perform the ceremony with you. And he
If you need spiritual aid, I'll be able to help you as best I can.
makes his way around the altar, nodding to you. He sets a hand on Aldrugos' shoulder. To the graveyard, then.
To the grave.
Graveyard. Oh, no map for the grave?
No.
Father, I'm so hungry.
Feed
Yeah.
me, Seymour.
Feed me, Seymour.
Sorry.
You head out of the chapel and around towards the graveyard. The rusted iron fence is not well put together, at least not anymore. Irina and Ismark are waiting by the casket. Donovich walks towards them and offers his sympathies. Then turns to the rest of you. If one of you could start digging the plot.
I mold earth and make a plot. In 6 seconds.
Well,
How much can mold earth actually do?
If you
It
5
shifts.
foot. Yeah,
Yeah.
5 foot cube. Let me. I can post it. Do. So I can do it multiple times if necessary. It's a cantrip. But since it doesn't require any material components, I just kind of like hold my hand out and just earth bend it out of the a nice spot out of the way.
Yes, you make a good-sized burial plot. Ismark motions towards Aldrugos. If you wouldn't mind helping lower the body.
Of course.
And with your help, you manage to get the casket into the ground.
Is there any, like, wood or something nearby? Like a stick, branch, tree or something like that? Thicker one?
There would be a tree in this graveyard.
Are you allowed to take branches off of trees in graveyards? Is that a thing?
Yeah, there's trees in graveyards.
I don't know if it would be disrespectful to take stuff off of trees in graveyards.
Well, generally speaking, in at least, you know, Christian, like, traditions, like, they're kind of sacred. You don't mess with trees. That's inviting the spooks.
You don't want them
Don't do
spooks.
that. Yeah. If you want to see a really cool tree that's in a graveyard, there's one called I think the Hardy tree, that where they had to there was a railroad that was being built, so they had somebody exhume all the bodies and move the headstones. So this one guy named, I think, Tom Hardy, just moved all of the headstones underneath this one ash tree. And over time, the tree has started to consume the headstones, and it's really cool looking, but it's creepy as hell.
Also, Tom Hardy is an actor.
No, there's... Hold on, I saw it.
I'm assuming a different Tom Hardy.
It's not Mad Max? Because I could see Mad Max doing that.
It's not that Tom Hardy, unless he's a time traveler.
I'm going to exhume all of these corpses for Gotham. Then you'll have my permission to stay dead.
I'm posting it in Discord now.
It's my voice for Bane as Tom Hardy.
The Hardy tree. There you go.
Oh, wow.
It is creepy as fuck!
Why are there so many headstones?
Because they had to move the bodies, and so the bodies aren't in the graveyard anymore, it's just the headstones.
This tree is just like, I'm eating all the bodies.
Well, it was a tiny tree once upon a time, and now...
That's how nutrients go.
It is true.
That's
So
like
much
that's compost
nourishment.
101.
But there's no bodies under there, it's just headstones.
Not anymore.
But yeah, this is the churchyard of St. Pancras Old Church in London. The tree is known as Hardy Tree.
Any hoodle.
He's
Hardy
sorry.
tree.
I'm going to real fast go back into the church and grab some of the debris and make like a makeshift gravestone.
Alright, you run back inside and you grab a portion of a pew that was destroyed.
And then I'll spell his name and everything, and then get to carving it in and doing it, making it look nice and engraving and stuff. And then I have to, I don't know, yeah. And then I have, yeah.
When you return, the Irina and Ismark seem grateful to you.
Smile. Sympathetic. And then, once I'll wait until we're done burying and stuff, and then put it in whenever, but I assume it's gonna take a little.
The priest steps up. May the Morning Lord bless Kalyan Zarovich. He lived a long, hard life and did what he could for this village. This world is a darker place without him. But the Morning Lord will continue to shine on despite the travesty that has happened. May his soul find rest with the Morning Lord.
Since I'm gonna be out of spells anyway, before they completely lower him into the ground, can I touch the coffin and cast protection from good and evil? Just like to make sure nothing messes with it for, effect, to be nice.
Yes, you call upon Eldath to protect the corpse from good and evil. Offering your own prayers for his soul. The Barovians look grateful. And Ismark starts moving to grab a shovel.
I'll grab another.
Allow me. And I will mold the earth back to cover the coffin.
Again, if this alchemy thing doesn't work out for you, you would make a fantastic gravedigger.
Make a lot of money too.
Do gravediggers make any significant amount of money?
Working the graveyard shift is usually time and a half.
As you are all standing there over the grave of Kalyan and Zarovich, a raven flies down and lands on Maz's staff and begins to look at him.
Oh!
And that's where we're
Hello.
going to take our 5-minute break.
Okay. Well, I always end up with ravens. If this one starts swearing at me, I swear to God, Ark.
Motherfuck!
Fuck you!
Alrighty, well,
Not a coyote. Fuck off.
hey guys, we're gonna take our break, so thank you all for watching. Stick around. We'll be back in 5. 5.
5.
5.
Hi.
5.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, give or take.
5.
Go grab some food. I'll be back.
Get some fuds.
Yeah.
Oof. Alright. Wearing this headset with glasses kind of gives me a headache.
Was that?
It's just
Is it
pressing
just-
the...
Okay.
Yeah, it's just pressing the frame down into my head. Anyway, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get dinner.
I'm gonna be right back as well.
Hello. Dude, stop messaging me. Mute. Do it for 8 hours.
Hey, Kay.
Hello. So, like, sorry for being so distracted. This freaking TV is annoying the shit out of me.
No, I can hear it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to focus, but it's not working. I'm like sitting there and I'm taking in all the information and then I'm just like, cool.
Have you asked them to turn it down just a smidge?
See, our TV's weird, so it's connected to the wall, and more sound goes from the back than it does from the front. So if they turn it down, they won't be able to hear anything, but I can hear like everything because it's against the wall.
Can you put something against the wall? I don't know.
I don't know. Anything we'd have to do would have to be like after. It's just this week. Next week, I don't think there's anything that's important on TV. Normally they just go do their own thing.
Aaron. Oh. Aaron.
Aha.
That's a cool shirt with Lilo and Stitch.
Thank you.
Hey.
Yeah.
I think I'm just wearing bedazzled heart.
Oh, it's cool though. It's cool looking.
Made it back.
Renaissance outfit with sweatpants.
Probably the best one.
With some sweatpants on.
Oh, if only you could see what I have. It's not flattering whatsoever. I have gray leopard print pajamas, matching two-piece, with pink striping on like the sleeves, on the breast pocket.
I mean,
that's
buttons.
I'm in PJs, so it's fine.
And I have a cat. Hi, Bubbly.
I'm sure that's not very professional sounding, but it's true. I go to sleep after I work, so.
Yeah.
And then I come here. I'll do my best not to eat Cheetos during the stream, but boy howdy, are these cheddar jalapeno ones really good.
It's weird seeing you with that mask eating stuff. It's like,
which is part of the reason. It's not going to happen during while the camera feed is on, so I'm going to get a couple good bites in.
What do you want? My cat wants attention, but he doesn't want to lay down on my lap. So he's trying to jump out of my lap, where he's going to beg for more attention.
I'm here, pet me. I want to be pet on the floor.
So my dog just ran out of their bedroom.
Kitty.
So I'm gonna go take a look at what might have spooked him, and I'll be right back.
Yep. Your dog has a bedroom?
Oh. Okay.
I looked it up, and of course the Grammys are on for as long as we're supposed to be playing the game.
Of course. Why
it's supposed to end at 11:30.
Yeah.
The irony.
I was like, okay.
Okay. Titan hopped down and fucked off. He's gone.
Bye-bye, Titan. Love you. Look, I got a king-size bag of Gushers.
Better? Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
I'm back.
I was having. I want fruity snack, fruity sugar snacks. I guess those.
I guess they just thought it was bedtime, and they were just like sitting there in their beds looking at me like, "Are you gonna close our doors?" It's like, no, it's not bedtime yet. Yeah, they were good boys. Good boy, and good girls. They like attention. They do it. Mandatory dog tags.
Speaking of boy, not good, but boy, where are you, Roger?
Dogs. Yes, they're all sleepy on. Okay.
Aww.
Roger, where are you?
I think he's under my bed.
Like, you can't find me.
I found a
He hasn't
boot.
been-
I'm inside it.
Probably. I've finally been remembering how to remembering to take my shoes off before I come into my room and leave them out by the door, because if not, he'll steal them and bite holes in them.
Lost interest in the boot. Found socks now.
Oh, he loves socks too.
Alrighty, well,
But
are we
I'm
all?
more okay with having holes in my socks than
Bark's not here yet.
Hello?
Oh, there he is.
Hello.
You can see me,
I'm
literally.
not looking at you. I am narcissistically looking at the art that I did for the game. So get off my ass.
Also, people can hear us. Krista did the amazing art for the tokens.
Hey, wink wonk. I am open for commission and also a poor starving artist.
That's how it goes.
Help this poor starving artist today.
I'm done eating
I've
Cheetos.
always
Let's
been a
roll.
poor starving
So,
artist.
speaking of commissions, Shae, I know I need to contact you.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
Just before we get to the outros.
All right. Yeah, they did. Thank you, Lucky. And speaking of great art, once more we have to shout out the wonderful Strahd token at the centerpiece of our
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Lucky.
art here, done by Lucky Black Cat 13, who is in chat watching our show. So thank you for letting us use your fabulous art.
Thank you.
All the art shout outs for everybody.
Yes.
All right, let's go back to it because we got time. So let's do it.
Let me very quickly get
So, before we left, a raven had just flown down and landed on the top of Maz's staff. It looks at him, then turns to look at each of you in turn. But not any of the Barovians.
Hi? I reach up and like wiggle a finger as in, do you want pets? Because I don't know if this is a druid or not.
I turn when I hear him say hello and see the raven.
The raven looks at you, Maz, kind of quirks its head. Blinks one eye and then begins to fly off.
Well, enjoy your day.
Hi.
I look at the party. I look at the bird. I look at the grave. Everything's all covered up, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the family is still here?
Yes.
Okay. I will say to the brother and sister, we'll meet you back at your manor later on today. I think we just got a tweet.
Oh, that was... You criticized me.
Yeah, I did. So yeah, I am gonna just start following the crow. Raven, excuse me. The bird.
Are you proud of that? You proud of what you just did?
Yeah, actually I am.
Start sprinting. Not sprinting, but
Just
walking very
walking
fast.
quickly.
Hustle.
Walking quickly.
We follow.
But for me, that's like speed walking. Not even. No, that's like jogging.
Well, you're a
Little legs.
gnome, so you're like what, 3 foot tall?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll scoop you up and.
I'm
under
3'4".
one arm. Yeah, you can't be that heavy. I just pick you up, like a small toddler.
Oh,
I love
You're
being-
you're not heavy enough that it's a problem, even if I got a bad leg.
Let's see. Yeah, I looked up how heavy.
you're not heavy.
You're not heavy.
38 pounds.
Yeah, I'll just carry you. Even me.
Well, that's
the
whatever
twig.
equipment you're carrying.
Yeah.
Are we
That's-
doing weight with equipment?
Yes.
I'm not.
I don't think I can carry everything I have then.
What's
That
I
sounds
have
like a
a-
personal problem.
Crap ton. And weight is 127.
so do I, but I'm also an artificer and can make bags of holding, so
Not yet.
Well, I mean, I
bro.
have bags. I have a backpack
Yeah, I
and a
can.
chest.
You can right now.
I've got
Mhm.
locations. Yeah.
I only
How do you
have-
think I carry all my tool sets?
You think you can carry some of mine?
I only have 14 pounds worth of stuff. I have a backpack, a quarterstaff, which I'm not actually like carrying.
I'm just strong.
On it. Armor.
I'm just fucking strong.
Exactly. So I don't think there's a problem picking up a little bitty gnome and going, "Yep, here we go." I can move quick. I actually have 35 movement speed because wood elf. Yay.
What's
Oh.
going on?
I think we're following the raven.
Nevermore.
Don't. We shouldn't run into the mists.
I have a good feeling about this. Just trust me.
That's weird. Normally you have bad feelings about everything.
I know. That's why I said you gotta trust me on this one.
Are you, Mark and Irina? Are the rest following us?
We told him
No.
to stay behind.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, you told him to stay behind.
No, I said we'll meet
We'll
you at the
catch
manor
up.
in the morning.
Yeah,
oh,
that's,
well, all right, right.
that's why they're staying behind. We're gonna catch up to them later.
Okay.
So you begin to follow the raven, and it is flying away, lands on something, watches as you approach, and continues to fly.
It seems to be guiding us somewhere.
I think it might be a druid. But
Why
that's
do you
just-
suspect that?
It winked at me, and ravens, while very intelligent, aren't smart enough to understand a wink and a nod.
I'm intelligent and I don't understand a wink.
You see Maz look between you and Tana and you and Tana and just decides not to say anything.
She just nods.
Yeah, just slow nod following Raven.
I was not aware birds were capable of winking.
That's why I thought it was a druid. But they can blink. They can definitely wink.
Isn't also that castle something to do with the ravens?
Ravenloft?
Yeah. It seems very vampire-esque.
Well,
It's a name.
Yeah, it's a name.
It'd be a
But
reason.
It is a
we don't
cause
know.
of concern.
I am out of spell slots to distinguish whether or not this is a bad idea anymore. So.
Let's see what.
So
Too late. We're in now.
Yup.
Can I? Just I guess look at the detect magic with the raven.
the raven is not wearing any magical equipment.
I don't know. Maybe it has a spell on it.
I put a spell on you, and now you're
that-
mine.
Visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. So maybe it bears magic.
Even druids wouldn't light up. Just yeah.
No, but a
yeah.
polymorph would.
A polymorph would definitely. Polymorph
Yep.
would.
So there's
But
nothing
wild
there?
shape, no. I think it's a druid.
Cool. Well, at least I know it's not that.
The raven leads you to a old, gnarled-looking tree and flies up into it.
No, this is definitely not suspicious.
After a
Friend?
Hold
few
on.
moments, a bag falls out of the tree.
Can I catch
I
it?
will-
Well, I can catch it since you're holding me.
Yeah, I'll hold the gnome up, like you know how like somebody with a baseball glove
Yes.
holds up a ball. That's how I'm holding up this gnome. You watch as my arm is wibbly wobbly holding her up way up
I'm like-
high.
And you catch this bag, kind of a satchel bag, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh shit! Ah! Almost dropped the gnome.
Oh, I was like, what happened?
Ah!
Got it. And don't you dare drop me.
I got you. I'm gonna set you down now. I'm just. Ow, my shoulder.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be okay. I'm good. I'm good.
She pats your arm. You'll be all right.
I kind of look up into the tree. Are you gonna join us back down here?
You don't get a reply.
Oh, very well.
Thank you, friend.
I want to open the bag.
Inside, you see 3 vials.
Can I detect magic
What is
on those?
this?
This is a job for the Artificer.
Indeed.
She'll look in it. Are they magical?
Give to Tana.
Do all chemical properties come up as magical?
That's what I'm wondering.
If they're potions, they do.
Okay.
Yes, they would come up as magical then.
You have some potion sort of things, and then she'd like slowly hand it over.
Thank you, dear. I'll take a look and study them and see what we have here, and then I'll glance back up towards the raven. And thank you. And then I reach I'll pull out some probably like dried nuts and meat, and I just kind of like hold it out.
What, to get its attention, or like you put it in the tree?
I'm offering it some of my rations.
Okay. I wasn't
Perhaps.
sure if you're like, here, birdie. Here, birdie, birdie, birdie.
Perhaps
No,
just
I'm-
leave it as an offering instead of.
I will
trying
leave
to
it as an
coax it.
offering. Yeah.
Ah. Cool.
Mark down my rations by
Thank
1.
you.
Well, this has been eventful.
Should we thank it before we know what it is, though?
Well,
If it meant us
Yes.
harm, it wouldn't try to be this deceptive.
also, it could have just led us out into the wilderness, and that would have been that.
Precisely.
Another thing is, potions of harm are only harmful for those who drink it, or are exposed to it if they explode.
I believe those
So-
are called poisons.
Well, poisons, explosives, all sorts of things.
Regardless, I can identify them when we.
Yeah, but just because they're harmful doesn't mean they're bad. It's how you use them.
Quite true.
Ah,
Uh,
yes.
I
The
almost called
swords
you
don't
doctor.
kill people. People kill people.
Well, Tana, don't you use poisons to make antidotes?
That's, well, occasionally, yes.
See?
Depends on the type of poison or venom.
I just gesture to Tana and look at Aldrugos. See?
Mm.
He's trying so hard.
No, there was a grunt of indifference.
Very true.
That's just his way of saying, whatever you say, pal. Whatever you say.
It's just, yep.
Totally.
Well, I believe we said we would reconvene.
Yes.
We will need to prepare for the morning and our departure. We should also be ready for the inevitable night attack. Name said in no uncertain terms that Strahd makes his presence known. In the evening, we should be ready to defend Arena.
Well, I could take to the roof and pick off any of those wolves or whatever is attacking.
I would feel better if you did not. We can fortify the house and defend anything from intrusions. If you're outside, you're vulnerable.
Hang by
Yeah.
the window. I can shoot people. Wolves.
Well, let's meet up with them then.
I nod and start walking.
Strolling along.
This this one hair wants to be in my mouth. Like this one hair just keeps curling around.
Pluck it.
Nah.
Pluck it.
It's too long.
Give it a yoink.
No.
Give it the old razzle dazzle.
Scissors?
Maybe.
Hmm.
You all return to Barovia, to the Scarred Manor. Once you get to the door, it is locked.
Knock, 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 knock.
Yeah, we'll knock. Irina, Ismark.
'Tis us.
The door opens quickly.
We'll slip inside. I apologize. Kindly Raven gave us a curious little gift, and I kind of like hold up the bag with the potions.
It would seem you have friends within the village.
The ravens are good omens.
If you don't mind, I'm going to sit down and start identifying what we have here.
Question for the DM.
Yes.
How many hours until night?
Until night or until you would sleep.
Both?
Well, they don't sleep.
Well, I still need 8 hours rest to get my spells back, even if I don't sleep for...
No,
You
elves
need
just
4
need
hours.
4.
I was told that you still need...
Well, I
No,
told you was wrong.
that's the nice thing.
Okay.
That's the nice thing about elves. They only need 4 hours to get their rest, and
Cool.
they are semi-conscious, so it's hard to answer.
They're aware.
They are
Gotcha.
aware.
Can I transfer like 4 hours then and be safe? So I'm ready?
Yeah, I mean, things can still try to stealth up on you, but
Oh, yeah. Well, you guys are...
So how... I guess the important question then is how long until dusk?
The wolves.
Yeah.
It would be a few hours until dusk.
How much is a few?
About 3 or 4.
we don't have
Full
much
sleep.
time. So I am going to spend the next 30 minutes to identify those 3 potions. Ritual cast, identify.
Where are you getting the pearl?
I have.
Does it have a price value on the pearl?
Yes, it does. 100 gold.
Oof.
I have. I can use my tools as a focus.
Yes, but if something has a price value.
Does
You
it
still
say it's
need the object.
consumed?
No, but it still needs the price value.
If it's consumed, it needs to be a physical object. But
No. If it has a price, then it needs a physical object.
Yes. The
If it
material
is
component
consumed.
pouch doesn't cover things with the monetary value.
So, like the diamond for chromatic orb, it is not consumed, but you need a diamond worth 50 gold.
So, I guess the important thing is, does Artificer have something that negates that?
But isn't. I mean, what's the purpose of having an arcane focus then?
An arcane focus covers the material component costs for the things that don't have price values. It's why you have the component pouch.
Well, knowing that, would I already have purchased one? Because I have plenty of gold for that.
Do?
I have stuff left over from my starting gold.
I'm genuinely surprised there was not much starting gold for...
I
Anybody.
didn't do the equipment. Oh, I do need to mark down for a couple things, but
I
yeah.
don't know how much gold I have.
Mandatory dog tax.
Who is that one?
This is Bonnie. It's my mom's dog. She's been very anxious because her mom is not here, so she's been pooping in her bed for the last 3 days.
Oh,
So I'm kind of annoyed at her, but she still needs attention.
I love her.
It makes her less anxious.
I
And
will
she
do
can't
the
have
math.
the Cheetos. That's all she really wants.
I will start on the math, but would having already known that and having the spell prepared be feasible to say that I purchased one already?
If you have the gold, probably.
Okay. I will begin mathing my way through this then.
I'm gonna use the 4 hours to get started on rest. I know I'm not gonna get a full, but if I can start with like the "wake me if wolves arrive" kind of thing, it's like
So unless you're up for more than an hour in between your rests, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's also it's rest and light activity. Anything that counts as strenuous, like fighting or doing research, spell component things, those are what breaks the resting. So light activities such as eating breakfast or going to the bathroom, all count. So I'm gonna start my rest and just hope that nothing bad happens, and I know it's inevitably going to happen, but I know that I have at least 4 hours that I can rest. Or should I spend this time helping fortify? What do you think would be better?
Well, I was gonna ask the siblings what they do to prepare and try and gain information on these wolves.
Okay, so how are you gonna do that?
Well, she'd walk on over to them and look out the window, then turn back and say, I'm completely blanking. So is there anything we need to know about anything you guys do to prepare for all this?
What do you do for fun around here?
To prepare for the night.
We spend the day trying to refortify the walls, but we've boarded up everything already.
I guess now it's time to gain you can tell us stuff about how these creatures attack. Obviously they use claws and stuff.
It's just wolves.
Don't be so certain.
Also, I did my math and I have 2 gold left.
It's not always wolves, but I don't know what else comes. Wolves are usually prominent.
Do you guys usually try to fight them off, or just as needed?
As needed.
If I may, how did Strahd get inside to attack your sister before?
Strahd wields powerful magics.
Is it likely that he can enter still?
Yes.
In that case, where is every door and window? I'll spend this time setting alarms. It's gonna take me most of the few hours here, I imagine, but I can do it before nightfall. Unless you have 100 of these things.
I already know what to take you around and start gesturing to the windows.
I will start doing my alarm ritual.
You can get your silver threaded bells.
Yes. Actually, I don't need this because it has no cost value, but I imagine if I did, I would have it. So yes, I do my silver thread.
Tanahalavi.
No, I am definitely not that.
Well, if you're definitely not, you need to be more green.
What?
You said you're definitely not. I said if you're not, you need to be more green.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Kay got it.
I got it.
Not getting it.
Not from Critical Role.
Oh, right. Ha ha. No, I am definitely not that edgy.
But you are your scars.
I am not a drama major.
It was.
Like,
Well then.
I think I'm gonna follow and try just see how much I can gather from the already like placed attacked areas. Like, even if that means I have to go outside and look at like the marks that were there like on doors and stuff, mostly to see where we would mostly need to focus, or if they are coming from everywhere, or if it's just they're coming from the front gate sort of thing.
Looking around, you don't see any mostly used path. They seem to come around and attack around the manor.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But no, there's no specific one way they come from.
Okay.
what does my identify on those potions turn out, by the way?
You have 3 potions of healing.
Dope.
Very helpful.
Yes. Thank you much.
The healer has help.
Yes. Praise Eldath.
While you are setting alarms, Aldrugos is trying to get some rest. Ismark is going to put on a set of split mail armor. And he helps Irina into a breastplate.
Oh wait, technically I am 48 pounds because I have 10-pound armor.
After about 2.5 hours of just setting alarms at every window and door. Oop.
Also, are you using the mental alarm or the actual loud alarm?
I will set it to be a loud alarm so everybody knows.
We will, we will.
Well, if anything does get in, we'll be aware of it.
Thank you. Is there any other preparations you would like to make?
These vials, by the way, are potions of healing that the Raven gave us.
That is very useful. Perhaps this was a druid.
I
Perhaps.
thought it might have been.
Maybe just a random NPC. Drop.
Regardless, who would like to carry them? I can hang on to one just in case.
Well, for potions, I think all of you should hold on to them.
I think perhaps each of us should hold on to one, since Mosaic has his own healing.
Very well. I have a limited healing too, so Ismark, Irina, this one's for you.
I stay out of the fray, so it's probably for the best.
I can heal people if they're almost dead.
I'm gonna just take one. Let you guys sort the other two.
But I'll keep one.
So Aldrugos, Mybi, and one for Ismark and Irina.
I'm trying to figure out what I want my spells to be.
Stuff that will help us kill a vampire tomorrow. Or keep us alive while we try to kill a vampire. You don't have to kill it, but stuff that'll help us do better against it.
I'm wondering, should I do...
Okay, like-
I don't think we have that.
Enhance
No, that's
or
level 3.
Old person. I could also do augury or blindness and deafness.
Oh, that's a good one.
Enhance ability would be real good, but augury, because all of this is like tarot cards and what's gonna happen next. This is basically me playing a Malkavian all of a sudden. So DM, what the hell is gonna happen?
You're casting augury.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to figure out what I want my spells to be now that I've like.
Now that you're getting your rest.
Yeah.
And once
we have to-
once dusk sets, I'm just going to enter reverie and keep my gun close and probably be near where most of the people are.
You're all set up in the living area.
Then I'm probably there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be by one of the main entryways. Just in case something manages to enter from there.
I'm gonna.
But
I
they're
would have
ready.
been resting already, but I would have taken the main area too. I've got my hammer near.
Is Tana, are you going to be fighting up front?
Oh no, I am best suited for sticking to the middle.
Alright then.
Where do you see on D&D Beyond where your spell slots are?
Oh, I'm looking at my
You have
page.
2.
Yeah, as a warlock, you'll always have very little.
You'll have
Yeah.
2 until level 11.
If you on the main page, you should see a list that says action spells, equipment, features, etc. Just tap on spells.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I just didn't know how many slots I had.
Yeah,
You
warlock.
have 2 at level 2 right now.
Cool.
Yeah, you will be forever limited in your ability to cast spells, aside from Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Eldritch
And
Blast
all
is good. What else do you need?
That's fair.
I also got a bunch from my pact. So I literally have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 I can do at will.
Dope.
At will.
Mm-hmm. But then I have 4 that I can't. So I have to choose.
So anything fun happened during this time?
Are you guys setting up a watch?
Since I do reverie, can I make a perception check through
Yes.
the night?
I assume you set yourself up at one of the windows, kind of peeking through.
Yeah.
Well, if you have the alarm set, I think she would have like spent most of the time helping out, and then as they got closer, she would rest, but by like one of the alarms, just in case something happens to come and she doesn't wake up. But it would alarm her, and then she would attack.
Maybe he's sleeping in the entrance hall.
Yeah, she's planning on waking up soon.
I do the thing
Do the thing.
where I sit in a chair, have the gun across the lap.
And you're just watching.
You mean like Strahd in the picture with his fucking wine and his tarot cards?
Hello.
No, like the jumpy old soldier character.
Well, there's my
Braden-
perception
Braden
check.
Weatherfree.
Yes,
I was gonna say we've seen him in Good Omens.
Yep.
Anybody else
The
wants to do
horrors of
theirs?
Babylon.
I imagine I.
Oh, there it
already
is.
did
You're
mine.
welcome.
Huh?
You're entitled to one too.
What?
You're
What?
entitled to a perception check too.
Oh, right. Okay, hold on.
Ah,
I was
I got it.
messing with spell slots and such things and nonsense. Yes.
Should I do one?
You are entitled to doing one.
Absolutely.
There.
By the way, you guys, if you don't know, there's a cog on your character sheet next to spells. If you hit it, directly under it'll say NPCs, and under that it'll say roll queries. If you do advantage toggle, it'll have advantage, normal, and disadvantage. And you can tell it what you want, and it doesn't have both of those things.
Mm-hmm.
That was too much for me to keep track of, but thanks.
Okay. Let's just see. Okay.
You should always have it set to roll advantage.
Why?
Because the DM doesn't have to necessarily tell you if you are rolling with advantage or disadvantage. So as a rule of thumb, you should always have it set in case he decides to give you any bonuses or hindrances.
I've never played that way. I guess it's just me. My DMs have always told me roll with advantage or disadvantage.
As I said,
Never told me why.
As I said, they do not have to tell you, but it is a good rule of thumb to always have a roll with advantage on, so that you don't have to spend time rolling additional. You just have it, and things continue to flow at a reasonable pace.
So for the two that have to fully sleep, what times are you waking up for your watch?
Well, I went to sleep early, so I'll hold on.
Ghost dog.
Ghost dog. That was loud.
So I'm guessing the two elves take first watch.
It's the wolves.
So the
Well, you
other
are awake
two-
throughout the night, essentially.
I don't need to sleep again.
And even while you're sleeping, you are aware.
Yeah. Which honestly has to suck pretty bad.
No, because elves do reverie.
What?
Elves do reverie.
Reverie.
It's their trance.
No, but I mean like to sleep, but to dream.
They do
They
dream
dream.
eventually.
Oh.
Not at first, but after centuries they will.
No, they do. Their dream is just different. Instead of being in an uncontrolled dream, they I think the
Lucid
early
dream?
stages of their life, they like the first 30 years, they dream of the elvish heaven, which is the name of,
Arvindar.
That's
Arvindar, yeah.
weird.
well, yeah, because they reincarnate.
What?
Elves
Supposedly.
reincarnate.
Yep. Welcome to
What?
Forgotten Realms lore. Elves,
Yep.
are,
Yeah,
elves are
what?
weird.
Elves
I
are
I mean,
weird.
I already knew
Reincarnate.
they. Listen, I already knew they were space aliens from another plane of existence.
That's
Like,
Pathfinder.
okay, I've always gone off of Pathfinder rules, I guess.
Pathfinder elves are literally from another planet.
Yep.
The elves were punished with mortality by Corellon after they betrayed him. So
After they took
Corellon's-
a permanent form.
yeah, and Corellon's
Corellon,
doesn't
the first NB.
he doesn't abandon them. So like when an elf dies, they go to heaven for a little while, and then they're like, okay, I'm gonna be reincarnated, and they go back to the material plane, and then they go back and forth.
So Aldrugos, when are you waking up for your watch?
History lesson aside, continue.
Yeah. So
This is what Tana and Maz are talking about while they're
basically,
transcending.
they are musing over sleep.
Yeah.
So since I laid down early, I'm gonna be up in 4 hours into the watch. So, I can take. That'd probably be what, like second or third watch.
And Mybi?
Let her have the last one, so that way she gets her full sleep.
Okay. Maz, Tana, and Aldrugos.
I'm still by the door though, so if I hear an alarm go off, I'm gonna wake up.
At this time of night, you are all up, and you're keeping a watch out.
Yes.
You look out over the mist-filled early morning. And you see creatures approaching out of the gloom.
Time to wake up the troops.
A figure on a horse, a few men, and ginormous wolves.
Yep, time to wake up the troops.
They stand in a circle around the manor. There's a motion from the rider. And they begin to step away. Back into the mist.
Are any of the windows open?
They should all
They're
be
all boarded up
Oh, they're all boarded up. How are we seeing them?
through cracks.
Okay. That's weird. So they just fuck off, huh?
Just the rider.
Just the rider or all of them?
All of them.
Oh, all of them. Okay.
All of them.
That's even better then.
So I was very confused. I still wake everybody up because that's suspicious as hell.
And she's like half asleep. She's like, sounds like they were just scared of us. They sensed our scary presence or something.
Yeah, if she's going back to sleep, I'll let her sleep. But yeah, everybody.
She's like half awake. She's paying attention, but she's like against the wall with her eyes closed and not quite sleeping yet.
When you wake Mark up and tell him, he thinks for a moment. I think we should be very careful once we trek out tomorrow.
You don't think whatever that is knows that we're leaving?
It's possible.
We have some small business at the church tomorrow before we leave.
Yes, of course.
This, Strahd, by the way, he has wolves and creatures under his control, yes?
It would seem this was Strahd.
If that's the case, does he ever use them as spies?
Strahd's eyes and ears are everywhere. The wolves, rats, bats.
Then he'll know about us leaving, and...
Yes. I had a thought. If it's possible, we might want to make our way towards the Abbey of St. Markovia. It's a holy place. Strahd might not have dominion there.
They looked like they had been under assault as well.
Not the church, the Abbey. It's farther than Volaki.
We have quite the journey ahead of us then.
Could always make a stop in Volaki, though.
Perhaps we can see.
If it's on the way.
Perhaps we can see how Volaki looks and decide once we're there.
Yes.
As Mybi suggests, it's on the way.
Yes.
Well, let's do that then. Everyone's
Also,
resting.
You said holy. Obviously, like vampires don't like holy stuff, right?
Yes.
I imagine not.
The divine don't usually agree with undeath.
Cool.
I heard of a great priest who once drove out a vampire. His name was Stavius Krieg, the hero of
Don't you
Alterel.
dare. Do not you dare.
He is a great man, and all would be lucky to know him.
I don't know what that is.
It's a villain.
Is he though?
Yes.
Is he though?
No, he's Mark saying, I don't know who that is.
Anyway,
I don't know who that is.
You will in time.
Seems like he has some cool stories.
everyone go ahead and finish your rests.
Peace.
Thank you for keeping watch.
Of course.
No worries, I believe Moss is doing the best job of us. I'm headed tonight.
Wake me up when it's my turn.
When September ends.
Yes.
What is September?
I don't know. It's a funny song I heard a bard singing once upon a time.
I'm sleepy.
The night passes into early morning. The light shines through overcast clouds.
By the time everyone else wakes up, I've already got everything packed and I'm ready to go.
Ismark wakes up early. He has 2 packs ready for him and Irina.
We have a promise to keep to the church.
Would you like us to go there with you?
You can wait for us outside. We should not be long.
Okay.
Yes, you can stay with the priest.
You guys make the journey across town to the church. Once you enter through the heavy doors, you can hear the screeching coming from the Undercroft.
Lara Croft?
The Undercroft.
Her sister, Undercroft.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I tap my my quarterstaff's lantern for light, just in case.
I can apply the holy water now, right? There won't be any shenanigans like it dries up before we get to swing on him.
Unless you take more than a minute, which I doubt you will.
And if the priest allows me, I'll take a couple shards of wood to fashion into stakes later.
As you grab those, I lost the key to the door here long ago.
Don't worry.
You'll have to find some way to open it.
I pull out my crowbar.
We would ask first before we start, Father, if you would leave. Both Irina and her brother are outside. If you would stay with them, we don't want you to hear this.
Of course. Thank you. The Morning Lord smiles on you all.
And with you.
I have 9 wooden stakes.
Okay. So,
and the thing of holy water.
Out of character, do we have any buffs to put on before we go down?
Yeah, I got you, fam. First one I'm gonna put on me because I'm not a fighting person. Is this one, which is concentration. Oh shit! All of my buff ones are concentration. God damn it! Sorry, but I got you with heals. So many heals. All of the heals.
Okay. I'm gonna apply the holy water to my mace or my hammer.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that to my. I also have holy water. That's what I was asking about earlier. I was like, wait, I have a holy water and a holy symbol.
Why?
Whoops.
Background.
Politics. Very
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
How dare you?
I'll do it to my crossbow. No, I'll do it to my javelin.
You get it. I was gonna say if you do it to
3
your
pieces of
ammunition, yeah,
You can do what?
you can put it on your ammo, but
3
not on the
pieces of
crossbow.
ammunition.
3 pieces, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll
Javelin
do
uses
that.
your strength to throw and attack with.
Yeah, no, I'll do the crossbow bolts. 3 of them.
You now have 3 pieces of ammunition coated in holy water.
I am going to create a tiny force cannon that will sit on my shoulder like a parrot.
Can you do that?
I
These
can make
are
it tiny.
small.
I can make it tiny. It says I can make it tiny.
It can be tiny. That was what I was going to be doing for Civil War as well. I was just going to have a little arm-mounted cannon.
Look at
That
the
doesn't
grin
affect
on
anything?
Shae's face. You were so excited.
Yeah, no,
I'm
it's
so
so
excited.
cool. It is
Awesome.
It is, yeah.
Wait, so can we get her some like epic pauldrons, and you can just mount several of these things on?
That'd be
she can
awesome.
only make
Fast.
You
one.
only do one at a time,
For now.
unfortunately. For now.
At all.
Yeah.
I just, like, once I reach level 20, I'm just going to be decked out in, like, shoulder cannons.
All you have to do is pull a cord, and all of them fire at once.
Aldrugos, make a strength athletics check with advantage.
I am ordnance.
Warlock.
Bryn?
I'm addressing
Is
chat.
that-
Okay.
Is this what I think this is? No,
It's a
it's
trapdoor with chains on it.
Okay, I thought. Okay. hear
Nope,
me
we're
out.
not going into the toilet.
No, hear me out. I thought it was like a bed thing, and these down here were like manacles for your feet, and these were for your arms, and this one up here was for your neck.
Darling, before
This
you...
is a church.
That's why I was like, what the fuck?
This is a church.
That's why I was wondering. It didn't sound very churchy.
Aldrugos will look to Tana.
Darling, well, it depends on the time period, but
Yeah.
darling,
You're right.
would you like me to try the lock first before you go ahead and break it?
Are you confident in opening it?
Semi-confident.
By all means.
I'm gonna try to try. Alright, I will take out my thieves' tools.
Yay.
I'm gonna have my crossbow ready just in case.
I have the protection against good and evil up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Good job, hon.
Yep, easily managed
Nice.
to pick the lock. The padlock falls away and you pull the chains out. Who was going first?
Well
I'll
done,
go
town.
down.
Oh, thank you.
Follow.
I'd like to imagine my little cannon is shaped like a raven.
Little homage to our friend.
Uh-huh.
I will make a request.
Yes.
Light, please.
What? Okay, so your big old warhammer.
Yes.
Boop. Or I could
Hey.
just light up your armor. Your armor would that way it wouldn't be like swaying all over the place. I'll do your armor.
Sure.
I'll also, well, guidance is for just ability checks and
Yeah.
saves.
Yeah.
Disability checks.
You need
Okay.
bless.
You need bless. And
Gotcha.
sadly, I'm already doing a concentration. If my concentration breaks, I can bless you.
I mean,
If you
bless
sneeze, I can bless you as
You
well.
could bless multiple people.
Then
Alright.
yes, if my concentration breaks, I will use bless.
I think we are set.
Wait, if you have light on me, I will go down first.
Yes. So you are proving right now all that glitters is not gold in your shiny
Not all who
chainmail.
wander are lost.
Aldrugos, you begin to take these steps down into the undercroft. Rotting wooden pillars hold up the floor above you. The underneath is damp, reeks of mildew.
Where are the Cheetos?
Who's
I will-
going after Aldrugos?
I
I'll
can.
follow.
Oh, okay.
Or you can.
Okay.
No, go ahead. After you.
Sorry.
Are there any girls there? I want to do them.
I'll go. Where do
What?
you-
Oh, you never seen that before?
I
What
feel
did
it's a
you-
reference.
Oh shit! Hello.
Um,
Yeah, I'll go down next.
and I will take up the back.
I'll just be down at the base of the stairs. That way everybody can
You
fit.
see,
There you go.
once you get downstairs, you see a hunched, gaunt figure sitting in the corner.
Hello? Hello?
You hear a hiss, and this figure begins to move, and I have something to show you.
Oh, I gotta move the screen over. There we
Yes.
go. There we go.
Oh, poor boy. Poor,
So
poor boy.
hungry. Feed me.
Poor thing. I feel bad for him.
He hisses, "I can smell your blood."
Okay.
Close the door.
Tana, do not let him upstairs if he gets past me.
Lock that door, please.
I'm gonna advance.
My Raven gun goes caw.
At this point, I would like you all to roll initiative.
Na 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 na.
Make sure your token is selected before you hit the initiative button on the sheet. I mean, it's okay for you to be last, because as a healer, you can see everything that happens beforehand.
As the mage, you want to be first or
Nope,
last?
I'm last.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Oh no!
No, this is fun.
Aldrugos, talk to him first, please.
We are not here to talk to that boy.
Tanahalavi, you are up first. The creature is moving around and hissing at Aldrugos. It doesn't seem to want to move in first.
Yeah, poor kid. I shoot him.
Wow.
I just fucking shoot him.
It's fucking cold.
Alright, roll the hit.
I'm being nice. Oh, hey, I need to fix
Good
that.
night, kiss. I love it.
That's what I named my gun.
No, I love it. It's very Percy.
Alright, the bullet hits his shoulders and his shoulder and kind of pings off. He hisses, kind of kneels down. Is that your turn?
Bonus action, my bird shoots him.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Oh!
Ooh.
Poor dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So that-
Babby.
Poor Dorute.
I'm just like, sorry, kid.
Alright, the cannon hits him, pushes him 5 feet back, tears a chunk out of his arm. And is that your entire turn?
That's my action and bonus action.
Would you like to move?
No, I don't want to get anywhere near him.
As he's kind of reeling from this attack, you see the flesh on him start to knit back together.
Oh, he regenerates.
Beautiful to know.
He then charges and lunges at Aldrugos.
Shields up. Red alert. Yep.
Woof.
And he is going to grapple you.
Nope.
That's fine. Please stay close.
He then rears his head back and tries to bite down onto your shoulder in between the plates.
That will not hit.
You have a higher AC than 17.
I have an 18.
Ow!
My
Armor and shield.
hose! Assemble!
Oh, you went with for the shield.
Yeah, I'm not a two-handed fighter. I sword and board.
Oh, you have a warhammer, not a maul.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you managed to kind of shift your shoulders, throwing him off before he can get the chance to attack. You're still grappled,
Of course.
as it is your turn.
Fear not. I bring you the peace of death. I activate Fighting Spirit. Tatabayo! So 5 temporary HP. This swing will have advantage.
Yep.
23 to hit. Thank God.
He will definitely hit.
All right.
Don't forget the holy water, whatever that is.
I think
2d6.
You didn't prep it beforehand.
I
You did.
did. I
Oh,
made,
you did?
I
Oh.
made sure. That was why I asked him that
I
if I
did
put it
too.
on before we went down, that it wouldn't be gone. So as a bonus action, you can give yourself advantage on the attack rolls until the end of the turn. You also have temporary health. Okay. And you regain all expended uses of it. Okay, so no additional. It's just the advantage on the attack. So damage. So it'll be 14 and
Regular
then
damage.
2d6.
Yes, 2d6 on top, and your holy water is spent.
Oh, dope.
Good. All right.
Oops.
And I will.
The holy water, as it lands, sears his skin and begins to burn and blister. He screams very loud, shaking. It almost feels like the room is shaking.
Not so.
I'm not that thirsty.
Not so wise to hold on to me.
Mosaic, it is your turn.
Hold on.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
sorry.
I'm just double checking. What action is action surge? It doesn't list on
It
here.
isn't.
It isn't.
You just do
Okay.
it.
Yeah, you just do
Right.
it.
So. Alright, so I'm going to action surge so I can continue to use Fighting Spirit.
Yeah.
Because it is for all attack actions. And I'm going to make
You
one
won't
more
get
swing.
the extra 2d6. Though.
No, it's spent. The holy water's
Yep.
spent. 22.
22 will hit.
And I bop him for 8 more. Wow, lowball that damage.
Woof. Sorry, friend.
No, that's alright.
You still did 23, 4, 5,
Womp him good.
31, 33 points of damage on
Mhm.
your turn.
And he doesn't get to regenerate.
I don't know if this will do anything, but she does have her she has a holy symbol on under her shirt.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if that does anything.
No.
Not really.
I just know it's holy.
If you're a cleric, it might.
No, she
Mosaic.
just has a holy symbol.
Um.
Oh, wait. Aldrugos, is there anything you want to do with the second bonus action?
No. I do
Okay.
not need to second wind yet.
Not yet.
You don't have double attacks yet, do you?
Nope.
No. Level 5.
You aren't even hurt yet, are you?
Nope. So I am good to go.
Let me read this really quickly.
Do I know if fire does anything like they do in does it do more damage or less damage on vampires?
You would need to make a check on your turn.
Okay.
Okay.
I did a dumb because I thought we were gonna be fighting wolves, and I should have brought a whole person, and I didn't. This is gonna be a running thing throughout the entire campaign. I wish
Whole
I
person
brought
wouldn't
this. It wouldn't work.
No, he's undead, not a humanoid.
Well,
So don't feel too bad.
I'm gonna move over here, and then maybe back, so I can get a good view. Actually, one more, so I'll be able to see up here in case this person moves. Yeah, that's about it. I am praying to Eldath to save this boy's soul. I don't fight.
Buffs would help. Spells
all of
to
them
help
are-
us fight.
All of them are concentration.
Do you have any cantrips you can do?
They're
Spare,
pacifist.
I can do spare the dying. Anybody dying?
Not yet.
Oh, no, that's concentration as well. Fuck! Yeah, everything that's useful is concentration. So, once you guys get hurt, I can heal you like a boss, but until then, not so much.
Mybi, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna move closer to him. Well, no, actually, no.
Why would you do this? Please don't.
I don't- No, I'm gonna.
I cast Fireball Center on myself.
Um.
I had someone do that Friday.
Where they, like, take half damage on fire or something?
No, they're human.
I'm gonna.
They're being an idiot.
Don't do that if you're not a fire ganassi or tiefling.
tiefling,
Just
yeah.
don't. I cast Fireball. Where is it centered? On myself. What?
I'm gonna shoot my crossbow at him.
You're at disadvantage.
You have to move back. You're too close.
Why is she at disadvantage?
She is within 5 feet.
She's back here.
No,
She seems right here on my screen.
for me, she is right here.
Yeah, I'm showing her here, and it's also on the stream one. She's right here.
Oh, let me.
Where
I
are
need to refresh then.
Where
I
where
moved
are
back.
you, Kay?
I am back.
Okay, so she's.
I'm like diagonal from him, from Aldrugos.
Straight roll then.
Yeah, on my screen it looked like you were next to Doru.
Oh.
Roll 20 does that sometimes.
Yeah, it does
It
do that
does.
sometimes.
So I'm refreshing. It will take a second.
How do I shoot my crossbow?
Click
You
the
click on
crossbow
light
on
crossbow.
your attack.
I don't have it under my attack.
What's your modifier
For what?
for your
Your-
attack?
Dexterity.
Dexterity plus your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
What is it?
Dexterity is 1. Proficiency bonus is 2.
So you'd have a +3. So just for now, just type /R 1d20 +3.
Okay. I did do +3. Oops.
That's okay.
So 16.
16.
And then crossbow, I think, is 1d6?
1d8.
1d8.
Heavy crossbow's a d10.
Right.
D10 or D8?
D8.
D8.
Heavy crossbow is a d10.
I heard 2 different.
I'm talking about a totally different weapon. You're doing a
Oh,
d8.
okay. There.
So it would be 6 damage.
Plus your holy water.
Yes.
So another 2d6.
And there you go.
Thank you.
You now have light crossbow.
Hey.
So, just so you know, if you ever need to add weapons or spells, the compendium tab on the right side, you type in whatever you're looking for, and then you can just drag and drop it onto your sheet. It will add it.
Yep.
And do
Yeah.
all the macro.
The only problem with that I've noticed with Roll20 so far is that technically some of my spells
Are not on
Are
there.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
no-
from different books.
No, not that. They're supposed to be the 2, except for detect magic under 1, are supposed to be in 2. Because I cast them as 2nd level.
Oh,
Oh,
you can upcast
well-
those.
Detect
It-
magic isn't upcastable.
Yeah.
No, I said all the 2 except for detect magic. So Hellish Rebuke and Demand.
Mhm.
Well, that will.
I mean,
You'll
command.
just cast them as level 2 spells when you
Okay.
cast them.
Yes, they are first level spells. It's just that you cast at the highest available spell slot as a warlock.
Yeah.
And it will prompt you too. Don't forget your 2d6.
I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you have holy water on your bolts.
Oh. Sorry.
Damn.
Oh, we are not on the combat map on here. Nobody telling me. There we go. I
I
fixed it.
can't see this.
Sorry, I didn't notice.
Donna?
Sorry.
Oh, is it my turn again?
Yep.
Same thing.
Rolled the hit.
Do I hit?
No. No. You hit Aldrugos instead. Aldrugos take all that damage.
Oh shit!
Actually, take double that.
Double that. All right, I'm dead.
Sorry,
You
everyone.
are?
Wait. You're dead or you're down?
It's a joke.
Oh, okay.
Well, technically, if it was double, it would be exceeding
dead.
It would be exceeding my max hit points doubled, so I would be dead.
So from my rifle, I do twin for 29 damage, and my bird peeps at it for 2.
Peep.
Oh, I love him.
Pew! Pew pew! Pew pew!
That's what happens. And I think he gets pushed back if I don't know how that works if he's grappling.
Oh, would that break the grapple?
No.
You
would
both
it-
get shunted.
Or would it move us? Would it move us both?
Back 5 feet.
It probably negates the movement.
It might. Yeah, maybe.
I guess it's Dark's call. I don't mind being moved as well.
It does almost nothing to you.
Yeah.
Really. Alright.
Has
Dory was
anybody
going
gotten
to...
hurt?
Dory's going to rake his claws across your back.
Yeah, that'll hit.
You take 8 slashing damage.
I also did not record the last one. That was 7, so 15.
You didn't take any damage last round. He grappled.
Oh, right. He chose to grapple instead of damage. That's okay. That's right.
Then he tried to nom.
And he's going to try to Om-Nom again.
Because we're still grappled.
Yeah,
that's gonna
19.
hit.
Take 7 piercing and 7 necrotic.
Okay, hold on, because I gotta pull my sheet back up. So I lose my 5 temp first on that 8, and then that's 3, and
17.
then another. Hold on, it's another 7.
And you lose 7 off your maximum.
Yep. So
As he begins to drink your blood.
What do you mean you lose 7 off of your maximum?
read what his ability says.
This was equal to... Oh, fuck. Like, permanently? No, until you have a long
Degrading.
rest. Okay.
18.
I was like, freaking the hell out for a minute. there.
Alright, so I'm at 10 out of 18.
Ugh.
How's the vampire guy doing? How does he look?
He,
Yeah, it's a lot of holes blown out of him.
technically he doesn't regenerate aside from what he bit me for.
Yeah, he did not get the regeneration ability this round. Aldrugos, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm not happy with this boy. So I will second wind first. So 1d10 plus my fighter level. Oh yes.
Oh wow.
Good job.
So
Shit, what'd you need me for?
well, I can only do that once.
Okay,
So
that's fair.
I'm back to 18 out of 18, and then I'm gonna boop him.
A bippity boppity boop.
I
Oh.
will not boop him.
Yes, you definitely will not boop him.
Hold
Your
hang on. One sec. Ah, shit. I should have done another fighting spirit. Oh, well, it's too late to declare that.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I goofed it.
So as you swing your warhammer up, he shifts slightly, causing you to miss and stumble slightly. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
That is all I can do. I use my bonus in my action. And we're grappled, so I can't move.
Great.
Mosaic?
Yeah, I'm gonna move over here, see how much trouble my buddy's in. He healed himself to full, but he still looks a little bit funny. So I'm going
Some
to...
of his blue plates have started almost losing their luster.
Yeah. So I'm gonna drop my protection from good and evil, and I'm going to do enhance ability of Bear's Endurance. So you get 2d6 temp HP.
Oh, I'll take it.
Nice.
Do you want to roll it?
Are you feeling lucky? Well, do ya, punk?
Yeah, go for it, because my rolls failed me last time, so...
Oh, okay. So was it 2d6?
Yep. Yeah, see? This is why I let you do it. Because let's see what the difference would have been here. Yeah, see? This is why you do it. I'll take a full 12, thanks.
This is your only roll this combat. You were golden, Kirsta.
Yeah, no, please. This is good.
But see,
You now have 12 temporary hit points.
You always ask them, or you always get them to keep begging you for more. Leave them wanting.
The first one's free.
The first one's free. Everybody gets one.
Tell him, Peter. Apparently everybody gets one. Bingo. Alrighty, I'm good with that.
Anything else you'd like to do, Mosaic?
No, I moved the fuck out of there, but I can still see everybody. So I'm gonna stay here and hold concentration. Why did you get rid of the thing on my...
Because you don't have good protection from good and evil anymore.
That's a different one. I used a different one. I was using this one before. I'm using this one for the Bear's Endurance.
Okay.
It's just to remind me that I am concentrating if I take a hit that I need to remember.
What are you doing, Mybi?
Shoot him again.
Shoot her!
I'd probably back up a little bit more too. Just so he can't move on you without having to go past me.
And I'll go on the behind that column thing and pop out from behind it because I'm little.
Probably one more, because he can go to that diagonal spot and still bite you.
Well, wouldn't I be behind that column?
The column doesn't provide any real safety.
He's not fighting you at range.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if he tries to move to attack you, if he moves here, he can still hit you without me being able to stop him.
And then he can also take one step over.
Okay. But if you move back, he has to leave my threatened area, which means I can smack him, and he won't go he'll take damage for trying to go after you, versus him just being able to go after you and I can't do anything about it.
Attacks of opportunity.
I'll have Sentinel soon.
Sentinel's a fucking good thing.
Yes, it is.
But make sure none of your other party members get Sentinel, otherwise you can't help each other. I had this problem with a Paladin and my Barbarian. It's like, I'm gonna use Sentinel, they're hurting my friend. Your friend also has Sentinel. Fuck!
What?
Yeah, you can't use Sentinel if another person has Sentinel. It's weird.
It's only if the enemy has Sentinel.
Yeah, it's only if the enemy has Sentinel.
My friends have lied to me.
Yeah, they have.
Apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him again.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Where I moved. Okay, hold on. I lost my place. There we go.
Dope.
Cool.
And click the light crossbow name in chat for damage.
Where?
In the actual chat.
Oh,
There you go.
that's not fun.
And your 2d6.
Yep.
You have
'cause
Oh,
to
you have,
yeah!
you have two more bolts.
Haha.
She has one more bolt after this.
Shoot.
He's
It's,
still not regenerating.
Yeah, he's still not healing, which is what we need.
Tanahalavi.
I look at him and I say, I'm the only one allowed to do that.
Haha.
Do what?
Haha.
Item.
Oh. To each their own.
Why would you be like, suck his blood?
16 will hit.
He's not wearing armor, yo.
24?
No, 24 will miss this time.
Oh, jeez. It's always the 24s.
Yeah, 24
No, it's better than
specifically.
24.
25.
Mm-hmm.
11 piercing and
Yep.
9 force.
He is still alive.
Ooh.
So beefy.
I can't do
Alright.
anything. I'm sorry.
And he is going to continue scratching and trying to drink more of Aldrugos' blood.
That will not hit. That will.
You take 4 piercing and 9 necrotic damage.
Oh, that necrotic. Okay, so
Ah!
that just passes.
So you'll only take the necrotic damage that affects your actual health.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Wait,
Get
no,
out of
hold
there,
on.
You take
buddy.
1 necrotic damage into your actual health, I believe.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so
I do.
maximum only goes down 1.
Yeah, my math was being dumb. 17. Okay.
Yeah. So the
And
let me see here.
How does he look? Does he look hurt?
he looks very beaten.
Hmm.
Donna, did you just move?
Yeah, I was looking. Sorry.
Doru is going to hop off of Aldrugos and go dashing up the stairs, running along the side of the wall.
I swing
No, I
for
didn't
him.
move from my. I didn't move from my spot.
What he's saying is, were you
Oh.
here? And since you weren't, he's taking advantage of the opening. I
Yep.
swing for him.
Absolutely.
Well, I thought I was there, but okay.
You're right here.
I
see.
saw you there before.
I'm gonna swing two. Can I swing two-handed, or is it because I was one-handing last round?
You'd have to use your action next turn to pick up your shield.
That's
say.
fine. He's already left. So yeah, I'm gonna two-hand this. 12.
12 will not hit. You
Fuck.
actually do hit him, but it seems to just bounce off of his unnaturally resilient skin.
So is his AC 12 or higher?
Higher.
Okay.
He just has natural armor.
Mhm.
Aldrugos, it is your turn.
All right. Well, he's not out yet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can occupy this square. So I'm going to grapple him.
Okay, roll athletics.
Because if I can grapple him, then I go into his space, technically. Athletics. 19. Aha!
15.
Haha.
Oh, I tackle
You're
him.
sharing a space.
Mhm.
You grab him just before he can reach the top of the stairway. And he starts just letting out an unnaturally long scream. Mosaic, it is your turn.
Right. So, let's see. Let's see. So, friend is in trouble. Bad guy is there.
I gotta say that temporary HP basically saved me, so thank you.
Oh, yeah.
You're good. You know what? Because that was bad news bears. I'm do it again. Give you the yes enhance ability. Whoop.
The range is touch.
What is touch?
Yeah, I just noticed that.
I mean, last round they could have touched me, and then
Yeah, they
backed up.
definitely could have. I'm not going to say what happened last round didn't happen. But yeah, you would have to crawl your way up the stairs
Alright. Well,
and past Tanahalavi.
yeah. So can I use my quarterstaff to like
You
boop him
technically-
with it?
You technically are, 30 feet here, so you would go into her space, tap me, and then back out to where you are right now.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
can't end in my space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only if you have the movement to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which they can, because they have 35.
Yes.
Yep.
So, again, listen, and then. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. You should have rolled that time.
Mhm.
Wait,
I
do I don't get the advantages of life cleric healer person, do I?
This isn't healing.
This isn't healing. Okay, cool.
That's how I would rule it.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you are technically backing away from Doru. So he is going to swipe at you.
Ah, shit, I forgot about that.
It's okay. Yeah, ow.
He, catches your chest and just tears at you with his very unsettling claws.
Ow.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Mybi.
I have 16 HP. Yay, we babby players.
Am I tall enough to see that high up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's standing on the wall and being grappled.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if they were upstairs.
Yeah,
No.
he's
No, they're not.
He's
Not yet.
currently dancing on the ceiling.
And he still has to open the hatch too, because I closed it.
Yeah. I'll shoot him with my last one.
Go for it.
Fuck.
A 5 unfortunately will not hit. It goes fleeing off the wall. Dangerously close to Tana's head.
Sorry.
You're fine.
I don't have any more holy water crossbows.
Tana, it is your turn. You're within 5 feet.
He also used his reaction,
He
so
did.
I'm my little bird gun is gonna hop off and hop kind of over here. And I'm going to back up and I'm gonna shoot him first.
I totally forgot I had a plan.
Okay, so in my head, when you said hopped over, in my head, this is what I pictured. My bird hops over onto the vampire's shoulder and blows his brains out. Jesus fuck! Okay, yeah.
Oh shit, that escalated quickly.
I mean, that is what she's trying to do right now.
Basically.
Okay. I didn't know
But
you could
probably
clockwork-
much cuter.
I didn't know you could clockwork orange this. Holy shit.
Hey, are you frozen?
Bird make drive by.
Eldritch Cannon.
Oh.
15?
Eh?
It just barely hits.
Oh, thank God.
We've found his AC. Is he dead?
Give me good news.
No.
God damn it. Alright, he's still grappled. He can't go anywhere. And the hatch is closed. He has to use an action for both of those things.
On his turn, his skin starts to knit back together.
He is healing.
This is the one round he didn't get hit by holy water.
Woof.
And he is going to turn and just start scrabbling at Aldrugos' chest, clawing him up and down.
Look it goes!
I'm at 16 now.
Not that one.
Nope.
This is just a wild scrabbling at you.
That one.
He manages to nick you for 5 hit points,
And
which is
your
1
temp
to your actual.
was, yeah, 4. Alright, -1.
Okay, that is his turn. Aldrugos.
Don't fight it. Fighting spirit. And I'm gonna bash him. 22
Ah!
22 will hit.
or 13.
You hit him hard, but he is still moving.
Okay.
Do we need to roll to maintain the grapple?
No,
No,
he hasn't
he-
fought yet.
Okay. And I'm
Mosaic, it is your turn.
Alright.
I believe you're out of second level spells now.
I am, in fact, out of second level spells. Who's hurt that I can heal
done.
then?
I'm down 1 HP.
Other than me.
Other than you, I'm down 1 HP.
Oh, your temp stuff is gone?
Uh-huh. I only lost 1 HP on that claw.
He rolled 5.
Well,
We
glad I
need
could
to
help.
we need to wrap this up
somewhat.
quickly though, because
Yeah,
he's
we
gonna
do.
start regenerating, and we're also over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do the thing. Bless.
Oh, thank you.
That's
Everyone
what you wanted, yes?
Yes, #bless.
Hashtag blessed.
everyone is blessed except for Mosaic, I assume.
Actually, no, not this
What does
one.
that mean?
Yeah.
You can add D4
and
to
then
attacks
I
and saving
go,
throws.
Yeah,
Cool.
excuse me. Pardon. Sorry. Excuse me. Just get the fuck out of the way. And yes, your boy Aldrugos is blessed.
I assume everyone is besides
Hashtag
you.
some flying. Huh?
Yeah, you can affect up to 3 people.
Oh, then yeah, all the fighty people get blessed.
All the
I'm
fighting
fine
dreamers.
without it. Yes. We are fighting dreamers.
Does Doru get blessed?
No!
Mybi, it's your turn.
You are terrible.
What do you mean?
I'm going to.
Terrible. So terrible.
I'm gonna cast command.
Can you post that for me?
Yeah.
It's...
It would be a
I
second
got it.
level.
Yes, it would be.
Yep, I got it.
Okay, there we go. And I just want to do the
Where's
one.
command?
I got it.
Okay, what are you saying?
I want to tell him to grovel.
Freeze, motherfucker!
Okay.
I'm ranged,
And-
so okay.
As you say that, he just shouts, "No!" And your spell has no effect.
Ah!
Oh, he's immune.
The spell does not affect undead.
I didn't know that.
Now you do.
Tana?
I'm just reading my infusion, so my repeating shot says that I shoot magical ammunition. I don't know if that makes a difference or not.
That
Okay.
probably would have, yes.
But I do the thing with the bless. And 30.
Tana?
Yeah.
How do you want to do it?
I would like to.
Woo!
Yeah. I would like to just kind of like, like shoot him in the back, and then my bird just tweets at him, and he kind of like slumps over.
He gets hit by the your eldritch cannon and gets pushed 5 feet back off the edge of the stairs and lies at the floor broken.
Well done, everyone. I'll come down.
Oh wait, is he dead?
Yes.
Okay.
Aldrugos is gonna hold a hand out towards Mybi. May I see one of your steaks?
Yes. And I'll hand it over to him.
And I am gonna go ahead and just drive that into his heart.
I apologize for stepping back from the door momentarily. Sorry, I saw you getting bit, darling.
No reason to apologize. We defeated him. Excellent work, everyone. Mosaic, you kept me alive, and I appreciate that.
Sorry for shouting a useless spell.
It's
You
alright,
see Moz
you...
put a hand on his chest and give like a little bow. Are you alright? Your scales look different. Is there anything I can do? Any healing?
Should I
can
require
do?
blood, I will probably eat the gnome first.
What?
No, I am
You just see a
fine.
very confused look on his face.
No, I
Take
am
a step
fine.
back
I
from
promise.
Might
I want
I
him to hold me now.
suggest?
That was a joke.
He is just joking.
Might I suggest, as it is daytime, and he looks past Aldrugos at the vampire spawn that just got staked. Shall we bring him up into the sunlight just to be sure?
I don't think
Because
the mist has parted.
he was regenerating though.
I believe the stake is sufficient, but we should bring the body up regardless for his father.
Maz,
Yes.
do you have any magic that prevents a body from becoming undead?
It's already undead.
He's already undead.
Well,
I
not
have-
anymore. Now it's dead.
Yes, you can't re-undead a dead.
I would have something that would make it so he doesn't decay, but I didn't bring that with me as I thought we were going into battle. I'm just gonna post this one so you guys can read it.
That is a ritual. You can do that.
No, you have to have it prepared to do
I didn't
rituals as a
prepare it.
cleric.
Oh,
Same
yeah,
with
I can't.
Same with Artificer.
right.
No ritual
Okay.
caster feat.
Nope. That's gonna be the next one I take.
Good to know.
And what are you guys doing with the body? You're bringing it up?
Yeah.
To the s- up
Before
into the
that,
sun.
I'm just gonna take a blanket out and wrap the body out and just kind of like make it presentable so his father doesn't have to freak out.
No, that's fair.
Okay.
We need. We're taking it up, but we need to take it up for his father first, and then we can take it out into the sun. Because let the father say goodbye.
If we need to, I can burn it.
We
So I won't do that.
might. I'm not sure.
Later on.
So as you are all carrying the body up the stairs, I think that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Can I do one last thing?
Sure.
I've got so I don't know how to set up a macro to give additional healing, but I'm hurt and Aldrugos is hurt, and I want to make sure that I read this properly. I don't have the thing that I need, do I? I just wanted to.
So we kind of need to wrap up.
Yeah, okay. I'm clicking the thing. Okay, so I'll heal 4. You're only down 1.
I am
so
only
that's
down
fine.
1.
All right, so I'm good with that, I suppose.
Okay.
Just very quickly, quick heal. All good. We good. It's Gucci.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
You're okay. But yes, that was the session. I hope you guys all had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we need to do quick outros and wrap up because I gotta get going.
Yeah, it's a mood. I gotta wake up early tomorrow. Hey everybody. I'm Krista, also known as SpoiledChestnut. I've been playing as Moz.
We lost a camera who just fell out.
Oh no.
Shae.
Okay. That's fine.
Just
Continue.
your
Sorry,
outro,
go
we'll
ahead.
fix it.
Is the
Go ahead. It's fine.
okay. All right. Yes. I've been playing Moz the Cleric, the pacifist cleric who doesn't hit anything. And I just finished our tokens today. So if we can, is there any way we can zoom in on the tokens once we get the picture? So we can show them off a little bit.
They're pretty great.
I am really proud of them.
They look awesome.
Yee. And since it's the end of the month, don't forget to check out my Patreon, where I do all sorts of things from chibi drawings. I am the only one who's here. No. Do things from chibi drawings to full body sketches and even some inked work. You get to see all sorts of things from concepts to story ideas to sometimes suggestions from patrons. And yeah, I also am open for commissions. So hit me up. I'm on, again, Patreon, Twitch, Twitter, all of those places. I'm SpoiledChestnut. I even have my own Discord. You can come chat with me there and swap art stuff. Yes. But that's my spiel. Toss a coin to your artist, etc., etc. And also these guys.
Hey, it's Kay. I was playing your lovely gnome, Mybi, and not much other than I do cosplay and stuff. We have found out the name for the podcast that I'm going to be doing, which is going to be Monster of the Week. It's called Dice of Fate. And we have Instagram and Twitter as of now. And both of them are Dice of Fate Cast are the handles. And so if you want to get updates on when we will be starting that game, we're hopefully going to be recording character creation soon. I gotta finish planning out the session. And then, yeah, then we'll be good. And then just my normal stuff. I have cosplay Instagram. No, wait, my son's sleeping somewhere. I can't find him, but we don't have enough time. My son Roger also has a Instagram. It's Roger That Ferret, and I actually took some nice pictures, so I will be posting there more often. Yeah, and then Casey.cause is my Instagram kaesea.cos, and then there's a Linktree link there that has all my other links. So if you do want to find me, you can just do that. And I'm done.
Shae?
Hi everyone. Apparently I've become I've taken Arc seat. Sorry about that. My
Because you
camera
signed
spazzed
out, yes.
My camera spazzed out.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I am also an artist. I've done character art. I've started getting into doing map stuff. I'm actually going to be doing something for Casey. Hello. I've done some of the backdrops and like the away screens for PartyWipeGaming. I'm also in a lot of the games here. But yeah, my Twitter is @JimShae. And that is currently, I think that's it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Arc Survivor. I've been the Dungeon Master this evening. You can find me on Twitter @TheSageKirby, and the next place you can find me is tomorrow at 5:30 for Forest for the Trees, which is the homebrew 1920s game run by Rindus. And then you can also find me on Tuesday, same place, same channel,
Same crew.
Same crew. Yes, all these lovely people are being run through a Vampire the Masquerade game, because I love vampires, apparently.
I was thinking that earlier. I was like, wait, we have lots of vampires in this
Yep.
group.
Mm-hmm.
This time we get to be murder hobos, though.
We get to kill the vampires.
And it was weird because I felt weird calling them vampires. I almost corrected myself to Kindred earlier, and I was like, wait.
So yeah, I'll be running that 5:30 PartyWipeGames, and I think that's about it.
All right. Hi, Rindus here. You are watching our channel, PartyWipeGames. If you have not given us a follow, consider doing so. That way you can always catch us when we are going live. We normally stream at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we will be soon starting up every day of the week, but currently we run Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes. So Wednesday is going to become Misspent Youth. I still have to get with Outro to start constructing that, and anybody who else is interested in being rambunctious teenagers taking down the man is more than welcome to join us. On Fridays, I will finally, probably, I promise, get started on working on Fusion, where we can play a Steven Universe inspired Apocalypse World generated Steven Universe game that is totally not affiliated with Steven Universe, but it basically is just Steven Universe. You even have the option of being a human or a half gem if you so feel inclined. Thursdays we play Packet Loss, a Scum and Villainy game hosted by Kelsa Delphi, where I play a hacker type character who is very indifferent and probably just the embodiment of a millennial, so it's fine. On Saturdays we play Descent into Avernus. My players are in hell, and there's not much they can do about it. Our paladin definitely did not get seduced by an incubus, and our Shadarkai definitely doesn't have magic horse spurs that will control a nightmare that she's afraid to test out. So, you know, that...
Who's the paladin?
What?
Oh, and then we'd also like to clarify, they're also in hell in the game. Like, that's where they actually
are actually in hell. I just don't put them through hell. Even though
You
I
also
also...
put
That
through
too.
I only put...
Also does that.
I only put Shae through hell. Everybody else seems to have fun.
I feel like there is a song that is appropriate for this.
Yeah.
Also, one more thing I wanted to add. Thank you, Lucky Black Cat 13, for the use of the Strahd art.
Yes.
It is great.
Thank you.
And finally, of course, if you want to help support our channel, please give it a subscribe. Or is it subscribe on Twitch? Whatever.
Yeah, subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to Twitch
Follow,
so that you
subscribe.
can like, follow, subscribe, comment below in the chat box if you're watching this on YouTube. Please, more people watch it on YouTube. We get a pretty surprising amount of views on there, but it's not huge. So everything gets uploaded a week later now. If you have Patreon, you can be in our once-a-month games that unfortunately didn't happen this month because I did not get anybody besides Shae signed up for it. So
Sorry,
if
I had work.
Yeah, you had work. It's fine. And you would have been playing
Yeah.
the other game anyways. If you do sign up, just know that we run one-shots once a month, usually just exploring games that we don't have time to play otherwise, but do want to try. So for the $10 tier, you have a guaranteed spot for being inside of a one-shot if you sign up for it. And currently I have one person, but they choose to abstain from being in it, so it seems like we're just getting money. But I
Money's
want
not bad.
Seems so.
I want to run these games and I want to build a bigger community, so please consider and take part because we have lots of games we want to try, and yeah, that's it.
And lots of friends we want to make.
And lots of
Yes.
well, yeah, that's the building the community part. But yes, lots of friends we want to make, and we want to bring tabletop gaming to more people. So that's it. It's technically 5 minutes past when I need to go to bed because my real life job requires me to be up at 2 a.m. So I'm gonna
Sorry,
go to
this
bed.
ran wrong, Ren.
That's fine. I didn't die, so that's a plus.
You guys have handled that encounter really well.
Thank
I am
goodness for
so
temporary HP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was
That
like, oh
12
god, oh
was a
god, oh god, oh
lifesaver.
god.
Yep.
If I didn't do anything, it would have been, well, I'm glad I have Spare the Dying.
Well, if the
I have it too.
bite drops me to 0, I am just dead.
Yeah.
It Spare the
That's-
Dying doesn't help.
And you're underground
No,
already, so you're just
it-
gonna rise.
If the necrotic damage, if your maximum hit points drop to 0.
That's
you're
what I
dead.
mean. If my that's what would drop me to 0. Yeah.
And he couldn't resist after, so
Yeah.
Well, no, you would have taken the damage. You could still take the damage and go unconscious and not be dropped to, and your maximum can still be above 0.
But that's
But
not
that's
what
bad.
But that's
He's-
not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if my
Yeah.
max HP dropped to 0, I would be.
Oh
just
yeah,
dead.
then yeah.
Yeah, there's no saving that, and it adds up quickly. That's
Yes.
how Morph's Catboy died, because he
Right.
was not taking the max HP loss seriously, and
I'm
also
so glad.
yeah.
We
So
were also level 1 and had no holy.
you're also level 1, and you chose to skip Death House and go right for a vampire spawn. Yes, that is. What
I
happened.
didn't.
Why
always
did we
help the
skip Death
children.
House?
Because they said they didn't want to go to a crazy place called Death House, and instead felt that they had a better chance fighting a vampire spawn.
I'm sorry, who said that? I was happy to do Death House again.
no, not this game, his previous one.
Oh.
Yes, okay. We're logging out now, guys.
Yeah,
Good night.
have a good night.